Are we on? Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, we don't have that. We don't have our whatchamacallit up here. Our chat box, full screen. Why is our chat box not up? How come our full screen isn't up? Our chat box is not up here, Columbus. Start screen. Window capture. Full screen, end stream. Is anybody there? You're probably there. You're probably writing stuff. I can't really see it. It's tiny. Do you know why there's no screen up here? No chat box here, Columbus.
What are you talking about?
There's no chat box on my thing. Columbus is here.
Click the button.
Where it says button, it says chat source. Hide. Unhide. Hide. Ta-da. 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 Remove source from your screen. Ta-da. No. It's the different thing. It's that side chat box thing. Equals. Oh, you're so good. My Columbus is so good. There it is. There it is. What is it doing there, though? That's not where I want it. That's in front of everything. Hello, everybody. Oh, my God, there's so many people here. Okay, the usual suspects. Thank you for coming early. I said 7:30. We're missing some people. But it's...
You need to recenter the screen. You moved it around.
How do I recenter the screen?
By moving it into the correct
Is that in the right place? Is this in the place?
up as well. No, at least there's black bars around.
This thing here.
Just move it so it fits the screen.
This thing isn't here. Thank you very much. The first part of the show is always bad. It's always bad. Hello, Lud. How are you? These are all the usual suspects. All the... I can't move it. It's right in the center of my face, Columbus. How does that work?
Right click on it.
Right click.
Click transform and click center.
Click transform. Center. No.
Not fit. But like fit.
That's that.
Not scratch. Fit to screen.
Transform.
Fit to screen.
Fit to there it is. Fit to screen. No, that's not it either.
It's fine. You fixed it.
It isn't. It's right in the middle of the page here.
It's fine.
I can't see myself, Columbus. Don't say it's fine.
The screen is fine. You can see it.
You can see my face, but can you see where it says the chat?
Move the chat down.
How do I move it down?
Click on the box and drag it down.
On the box with all the people
Stop
saying
the
it.
Screen. Stop it. It's completely fine. Just stop messing about with it. Just leave it. You're not gonna be able to fix it.
I'm not. Why is it here? It was was all the way on the right on the other side. Now it's right in the middle of my face, Columbus. Come take a look at it. You'll see it's not right. And I don't know what to do about it. This thing here. What?
Camera. Talking about that.
We're that's not. Oh, there you go. Good job, Columbus.
See this button here.
Yeah.
This button.
If only Columbus didn't every time he dealt with me wasn't thinking what an idiot my father is.
You are.
You are. I'm an idiot. Where did you get that from, Columbus?
How many times have I told you how to do that?
I don't remember how you told me how to do. Hey, Lucy, how are you? Kinsey, Joodles, Mr. Croxton Schaffer, good to see you. Mark Marvin, welcome, Lewis. I knew one of these days we would get on a chat. Yes, you can see me. Thank you very much, Mark Marvin. He's already playing by the rules, which is if I ask you a question, you have to respond. Please respond. Where are you from, Mark Marvin? How tall are you? And are you fat? Are you fat? Who's the Duchess, according to Lucy? Okay, Lucy, thank you for subscribing. To my channel, Mr. C, but you won't find anything on there. All right, maybe you won't. P-TAT Transport is here. How many people do we say are here in this thing? Hold on 1 second. 27. All right, brilliant. 28. That's really brilliant. I knew it was going to be. It's going to be a rough day today because I was at the GB News summer party, up out in Putney, Putney at the at a thing out there. Yeah, it was amazing. It was really, really great. I'll talk about that in a second if you're interested in that. If you're interested in that. But hello, everyone from sunny, humid Malta. I am fat still. He's fat, but you know what it is? A round of applause for Maltese Phil for saying that he's fat, because that's the start. I woke up this morning. I weighed 80.2 kilograms, so I lost a little bit. I didn't eat my full calories yesterday, and I didn't eat many carbs. So it can happen. Today we went to I ate a lot of really bad food. I had little bits of corn on the cob, really bad. Nottingham, I'm like you, 65, but look after my diet. All right, great. That's really good. So a round of applause for Mark Marvin for providing the information in this. I'm going to ask you again until I memorize everybody. Lucy, where is this reprobate? Who is that me? Or are you talking about somebody else? I think you think I'm a reprobate, Lucy. I'm about 0.5 kilograms. That's half a pound down from on the week, Maltese fell. That's what we're doing. That's what this show is about. Punctuation, not pronunciation, punctuation, and losing weight. MC says, good evening. Hello, MC. I have been bad today. Too many carbs. Yes, too many carbs, but we don't spell it. We say two, T-O-O. Everybody, two is T-O-O. We're the best spellers and the best punctuators in the business. I lost a pound. You, Jarrett, lost a pound. Do I get an I'm less fat sticker? Yeah. Well, you're getting praise from me. It's the hardest thing to lose a pound. A pound is half a kilo, basically, and it's very hard. It takes me 3 days to lose half a pound. Grammar Police still alive and well. Yes, because it's so important to be the Grammar Police. And so we got Kinsey there. Who else? Is that basically everybody? I'll have to find out if Lucy thinks I'm disreputable. But she could think that, but she can like the rest of you. That's just the way it works. Now, hold on a second. That's the way it works. I am disreputable. I'm disreputable. I'm sorry. Nottingham. That's where Mark Marvin is. I'm like you, 65, but look after my diet. In Nottingham. That's really nice. Who we know that lives up by Nottingham? So Pete's Transport. I can't spell Lewis. They disnog teach spelling. Teach spelling verve. What does that mean? Is that some kind of Scottish mispronunciation there? The Grammar Police. It's a tough job, but someone has to do it. Well, I'm doing it because it really bothers me. Y-O-U-R-E. That really bothers me. Okay, are you wearing a prison shirt? No, this is interesting. I'll talk about this in a second. Also, Kinsey asked if you ate anything at the party. Of course I did. I had tiramisu. I had like 5 pieces of tiramisu. Lud, thank you for asking. I asked if it was at the Riverside Studio. No, it wasn't. It was at the boat racing thing in Putney, the boat race pier. It was quite nice. They're all gone there, so it does, I can tell you where it is. I'm here. Hey, Mark, how are you? What is our number? I don't have a number. 27 viewers. Okay, so now what I did was I ate hamburgers without the bun. I did not eat the bun. I ate about 4 tiny little hamburgers. So I ate that. I ate macaroni and cheese. Did you see me eat that, Columbus? I ate that. That was really bad. I had 3 or maybe 4 Pimm's cocktails. I ate carbs, but I didn't eat the bread on the bun. But I ate the carbs. So, but I'm not going to go above 2,000 grams of food today. I'm not going to. So I'm going to lose weight for tomorrow. Pimm's. Yes, it's like a sugar drink. What exactly is the liquor in Pimm's? Comtap. And welcome to the show, Comtap. Where are you from, Comtap? And where are you going? Where are you going, Comtap? That's a new person. We got 29 viewers. Mac and cheese, yum. Unfortunately, anytime you mix dairy with carbs, it's going to be delicious, right? How can it not be delicious? You know who makes the best kind of macaroni and cheese. Guess who? My son Columbus, who's sitting in here. He was working for 4 days. He had glad to be back, Columbus.
No.
He's not glad to be back. He doesn't like when I bother him. I told you not to eat kettle chips crisp yesterday, and Lewis is chugging down tiramisu. Yeah, I'm a liar and a phony. I'm a liar and a phony. I'm a liar. Thank you from Vancouver, says Cometap. But also the Isle of Wight. What is it? You spend half the year in Vancouver? Is that Vancouver, Canada? Which clique does Lewis belong to? Do they all flock to you at the party? You know who came and sat next to me? Was that shocking? The president of the company. And he said to me, we're gonna get you on this new show that we're doing, Lewis. And you know, what did I say to him, Columbus? Do you remember what I said to him?
You said you didn't return your phone calls.
I said, you didn't return my phone calls, you're a liar. Did I say that to him? I don't believe you.
You were joking.
I was joking. Did it seem like I was joking, Columbus?
You were joking, but you were also being serious.
I was joking, because he didn't return my phone calls, the president of the guy.
He's busy, you're unimportant.
Exactly, but we are important. Comedians, we need love. I need love. When Lucy is mad at me, it really bothers me. It really bothers. When people think that I'm a creep, and I am a bit of a creep. I am a creep. I'm not as bad as you think I am, but I am a creep. I have an overwhelming desire to schmooze with girls and to try to have sex with them, but I don't do that. I don't do that. Actually, I don't do that. I don't do that. But I wish I was. I wish I could. I think about it a lot. Anyway, the audience rating spike on GB when Lewis Schaffer is in the house. Yes. Yeah, you're getting. I spoke to Mick there too. Yes. Some of them are afraid to talk to me though. You are important, Lewis. Thank you, Kerry. And Kerry, you are important to me. Every single one of you people is important to me. I'm sorry. I actually place GB News more importantly than you to go to their party. Columbus dragged me there on 2-3 buses. How many buses did we take, Columbus? It was horrible. It was long. He made a mistake, and I accepted his apology. Where I live in Nunhead, it's impossible to go to the west side of, right, to the south. Am I right? It's impossible to get there, right, Columbus? But we still should have taken the trade. How popular was Josh? Josh wasn't there. He wasn't there. Josh wasn't there. And Columbus is asking, why are you so obsessed with this guy, Josh? Anyway, I had an awesome date last night. I've got loads of matches on the dating apps. I'm having to use my Outlook calendar to keep track. Yeah, let's go for it. And if you don't have somebody here, Leanne, who's not here right now, but she set up a new what is it called? A new Discord site. Mark Marvin said, I have 3 eggs in olive oil on sourdough bread in the morning, and then nothing until evening, until you're on. Until evening. We need you on, Lewis. We need you on. GB News. You speak the truth. Well, I try to speak the truth, but I could be wrong, too. I could be wrong, and one day they'll knock on my door, and you'll be so amazed at how fast I change my tune about everything I believe in. Discord. Thank you, Mr. Croxton, for that idea. Kinsey's. Thank you. Yeah, go to Discord on the Lewis Schaffer. Just if you spell my name, LEWISSCHAFFER. I'm not going to go there because I think it's a bit weird for the star.
You need to post a share link, I think.
But is that right for me to say go? I don't want strangers to go on there. I think they should only be people who are here, right, Columbus?
Whatever you think.
Whatever I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I promote the idea of everybody going on Discord? Or should it just be the people here that we know? Big Steve and Kerry and Pete's Transport and Hugh. I think it just should be the people you know. I don't even want to go on that. I don't want to see what you say about me. Why would he come and say that if he wasn't thinking it? You're obviously aware of your popularity. How much the ratings suffered since the... I don't think it has... Supposedly it hasn't suffered. I was told today. Weren't we told today, Columbus, that the ratings went up since the headliner's demise? They'll benefit from having you. They will benefit from having you, from having me. Thank you very much. I mean, yeah, what do you... yeah. Hey, Joe. Us lovely people only, maybe. That's what I think. Only X is better than Discord. Well, X is open to everybody. Discord can be private, right? I don't know how I'm a bit behind in the things. Columbus always makes fun of me because I don't understand the latest thing, right, Columbus? Thank you, Lewis. They are afraid because you speak your mind. Maybe. You know what? People have never liked me, honestly, completely. There's always been something the matter with me. I'm sorry, that's the truth. Okay? What's the new show GB News is starting to air? We don't know. I don't know. I was told something. I don't want to say what it is. Because you don't know. You promise. Columbus. Did Lewis behave myself? Tell me. He didn't call the owner fat. That's what you're being asked, Columbus.
You called one of them.
I called one of the owners fat.
Producer.
The producer, yeah, I call the head editor fat. But he's lost a bit of weight. Yeah, I call everybody fat. Right? Why do I call them fat? Because they're fat. Right, Columbus?
It's your show.
Because it's my show. You don't have to. Okay. What nice music. You made it in. Thank you very much. We started early. Are you friends with any of the XGB News people who have been sacked over the years? Well, I haven't spoken to anybody. I'm not a social person. I should be friends with them. But the ones who've been sacked, I mean, I was always friends with Mark Dolan, and I really like him. I don't know if he still likes me, but I hope he does. Evola's sunglasses. And what's his name I liked a lot? Who's the guy that I liked I forget the guy's name. Coast guy. I liked him a lot. I only tuned into GB News for headliners. I love the Lewis rants. Used to laugh out loud. Well, that's what laughing is for, to laugh out loud. Who is Evola's sunglasses? Who are you? Who are you, Evola? Evola? Did we speak to you before? It takes a while before I remember everybody. You don't want me to remember anybody. If you want me to remember you, send me pictures of yourself, not nudes. Don't send me any nudes. Send me pictures of yourself in clothes. You know, I'd like to see what you look like. What are you laughing at, Evola? Evola, is that really your name? Alove sunglasses. What does that name mean? You and Neil Oliver are the best. Yeah, I like Neil a lot. I liked him a lot. But people come and go, and there's lots of reasons why people are fired. Maybe, they were hired when they were paid a lot of money. The ratings aren't there, or they were given a bad time, or they wanted to use the other thing for somebody else. They got to give their brother-in-law. There's lots of reasons why people are fired, And they're not going to tell you. They're going to say, Lewis, it's not Josh. We weren't fired because of Josh. You were horrible. That's what it could be. 37. Yeah, thank you, Kinsey. Yeah, he was too honest. He was very honest. But then people complain about, the problem. They complain about one thing or another. Please don't forget the Crocs for your patsy reporter on the street when you're in the hot seat. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Crocs. Could happen. I can barely think of myself. I don't look after my own self. That's why I need you guys to help me. I dug out the banana pic especially. Did you send me a picture of you? Yeah. Now it's surprisingly, I think Columbus pointed it out. They don't seem like very corporate types. Is that what you said, Columbus?
Yeah.
They don't seem like really corporate-y types. Or maybe the corporate types that Columbus knows, the American, whatever it is. Hey, Craig, 86. Hey, Lola. Hello, Lola. And Dave, 496 Davies is here. Lewis, you're like Steve Martin. In what way am I like Steve Martin? He's brilliant. I read his book. If you want to know about comedy, read about his book on stand-up. It was just so brilliant. It was brilliant. Your shirt looks suspiciously like the curtain on the left of the screen. This curtain here. Is it this curtain here, or is that curtain there? Yeah, this is corduroy. I found it in the street, and then I washed it. Your shirt, yeah. The absence of a similar curtain on the right is noteworthy. No, it's the same thing. It's just I've got two levels here, and because there's two levels here, or maybe there's two levels here, so you can't see through it. That's basically what you're seeing. Okay. All right. So, Carrie, how am I like Steve Martin? Looking and humor. Yeah, he's good looking. He's got gray hair. I colored my hair black for many years. Okay, we need people like you on GB News who will speak the truth. I thought it was supposed to be a free speech news channel. Is it that? Is it free speech? Well, it depends what free speech means. I tend to be free speech. I believe that even my enemies should be allowed to speak. There are certain people on the show, I'm not going to mention any names, who think only we should be allowed to speak. But if they're not, they shouldn't be allowed to speak. Am I right about that? Can you answer me on that? I think the cords just look like the stripes because of the light. That's exactly right. This shirt is called a Bengal stripe. Do you know that? Can you see the stripes? I don't know. This is not the right thing I should wear on TV. Okay? Yeah, thank you, Kinsey, for saying the shirt is fine. It matches your shirt. Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's the same shirt. I should wear a different shirt. I should take this shirt off. Should I take the shirt off? And you can see me naked with my naked thing here. Yes, I agree about who can speak and who can speak on GB News. There's a lot of pressure in this country. I know you're thinking, oh, it's a free speech country. But it isn't a free speech country. They don't, there's Ofcom. There's all sorts, we're supposed to be balanced. But what the hell does that mean, balanced? As if the BBC is balanced. The BBC is the second worst thing about this country. Second worst thing. I'm not going to say what the first worst thing is, because I'm not sure about that. But it's basically the state propaganda network. And they hate the people in this country. They hate the people in this country. They hate the people. And they hate, and to let them say death to the, to the Israeli Defense Forces. It's like they can't say death to Israel. They can't say death to the Jews, but they can say death to that. There is no balance in British TV. No, there isn't. I don't watch British TV. I hope I'm not watching it. They could come knocking on the door and say, you said you didn't watch it, but you're doing a live program. What do you guys think? Shirts and suits look good on me. Yeah, they do. They look good on me, but they also make me look older. Would I look young? I don't know. Could you do me? Let me turn the light on. It's here. I'll turn the light on. Is that better?
Do the other one as well.
Okay. Do the other one. I'm turning the lights on, everybody. Can you hear me clearly?
That's better. Both of them together is good.
Both of them is together. Are you sure? Don't you see like shadowing and things? Shadowing things. So I mean, hi, Lewis. I thought it was at 7:30. So I thought because it took over. How many hours did it take to get here? About 2.5 hours to get to the thing. I thought it would take that long, but it took less than an hour. Didn't it take less than an hour, Columbus? And we had to wait for the bus. Kinsey says 44. Yeah. Hi, Leanne. Thank you, Leanne, for starting. Yes, I started a bit early, but I haven't said anything that interesting. I don't think. Not that I ever say anything interesting. So what was I saying? So Lewis, when did you look? When you took your shirt off that first night and you didn't know anyone was watching, I was crying. You shouldn't have said that. You should say, Lewis, you took your shirt off and you thought you were so unattractive with your old man skin and the little bit of extra fat. But I think you're so hot. That's what I want you girls to say, you ladies to say. You're just so hot, Lewis. Unless you're at Glastonbury, you can say what you like there. Yeah, you can say whatever you want to. If you say whatever the home team wants you to say. First of all, I will never listen to Glastonbury again just to punish them. That's me. And number two is, I'm not going to watch the BBC. But I mean, isn't my place. I'm not English, right? It's not my place to criticize the BBC. But my kids are raised on the BBC. The whole country's raised on the BBC, and it's all a bunch of liars. I never seen that one. We'll have to look back and have a peek. It's the second night. The first night, I did the recording, and I didn't have any sound. I thought that was so funny. Was that funny? No sound for an hour. And Paul, my mate Paul, was so angry at me, he walked out. You can't walk out on me. No one can walk out on me. You have to, because I'm trying to do a good job. I've never seen that one. Go back, Leanne, and see it. Jed said, right on, Lewis. This is one of the few, maybe I shouldn't have any beliefs. Do I sound too strong about this? Lewis, let's see what else is going on. So we have 41 viewers. We're making up. I think last week we had 75 viewers. And we started 2 hours late. And I told people it was going to start 2.5 hours late. No sound, it was hilarious. No shirt, even better. Thank you, Joe. Anyway, send Lewis Schaffer pictures on my Twitter thing. Can you send pictures on a Twitter thing if we're not friends? We all hate the BBC and the music. Glastonbury is rank. A lot of it is rank, but a lot of it's good. But who are those people? The most arrogant people. The guy owns all that farmland, or maybe he rents it. He's rich. He's so rich, and that place used to be a free festival. Not that you should feel bad about charging money or about being rich. BBC used to create amazing documentaries like The Ascent of Man. Now their content measures the descent of the nation. Even worse than that, they promote the descent of a nation. Very well said, you, Jarrett. But the truth is, of course they produced good documentaries back then because they controlled the media. It's like if you go into a supermarket, of course you're going to find some good food there. That doesn't mean they're capable of, some of the stuff is going to be good. GB News is not a patch on when it first started. I have moved to Talk TV in the morning now. It's so woke and wet. A lot of it is. That's why I try to be not woke and not wet. I try. I'm not always successful. Let's see what else Simon says. That's good for traffic. Maybe with Sunday traffic. Speeds need travel time up. What does that mean? That's good. I don't know what that means. So, this is Simon says this. Is your name Simon or is it Arnold? Because I always call you Simon, but sometimes I call you Arnold, maybe. Maybe it was Sunday traffic. Oh, 2 hours to get there. Yeah, and the bus driver, was like going at a glacial pace. So slow. Glastonbury donated over $5 million a year to charities. Off fam, right? Remember the pedo situation with off fam, right? Can I say that? Greenpeace, which is total climate change and lies, and Water Aid. Let people find their own water or move. Tristan 2000 is here. Very new. Thank you, Tristan. Is that my friend Tristan 2000? Is that my friend? And I just was trashing what you just said. I'm sorry. Is that you? Yes, it is. Everybody, welcome my friend Tristan. Welcome Tristan. He's a great guy. He's actually a friend of mine. I hope. Am I your friend, Tristan? Because I think you're my friend. I'm your friend because he's been nothing but amazing to me. Right. Yes, you are. We are friends. How do you like that? Maybe I've changed as a person. You're actually admitting that. And Sharon, his wife. Are you married? I don't know if you're married. But his girlfriend, he's got a young girlfriend. Delicious. But hi, Tristan. Yeah, he's a Crystal Palace supporter. And this has been an amazing year for Chris. I always go to the game with Tristan. He invites me to the game, to the matches. You've been 17 years together. That is really nice. It's really nice to be together. What I'm trying to do here, Tristan, with my show, which I really appreciate you coming on, is to bring people together. We have a Discord account, and I hope people hook up. Not hook up. Don't hook up. Meet somebody and say, you know what, Lewis, remember 15 years ago, that's how I met my wife or my girlfriend, or 17, right? Isn't that important? But Tristan, we go to the games together, and Crystal Palace fans are some of the nicest people. The Discord, exactly. No Discord on the Discord. I guess that's why they call it Discord. So Tristan is off limits, okay, to you ladies, because he's got a girlfriend. He's not that kind at all. Maybe you are that kind. I never saw a single bit of it. Anyway, Lewis, it's Simon Arnold. I don't mind. What does that mean? Your first name is Simon. Okay. Oh, you tried to be that. Well, if I call you the wrong name, I apologize. And we also have Rick O'Shea. Hey, Rick, how are you doing? I'm here to meet the ladies, Lewis. Just trying to keep it quiet from my wife. Yeah. My advice is, I don't know. How old are you and how fat are you, Rick? And where are you from? I'm not here. I'm spending quality time with my family. Okay, that's really nice, yeah. And you can listen to this online. We got 45 viewers already. How many years have we been giving Africa money for water? Just drill holes and they will find it on the water table. Or tell them to move. Or tell them, don't eat such salty food. I mean, yeah, we can't be feeding the world. Boy, I'm horrible. I'm so sorry. I'm horrible. I'm so horrible. And how tall? Exactly. We've got to know how tall are you. How tall are you, Rick O'Shea? I'm talking to you. Pay attention. Please don't advise people with no water to move. We know where they're going to move to. Very funny. They're not going to move. No, we just put a wall up. I don't know what they can do. Well, what should they do, you, Jarrett? Okay? He's right. Laugh out loud, you, Jarrett, according to Joe Sanders. She thinks that's funny. Okay? And Kinsey's also laughing. That's very funny. We got very funny people. The truth is, Sam Kinison said that. He said, just move. Remember, he's screaming. He was one of my favorite comics in the 90s or 80s. I just ate a bag of popcorn. The second ingredient was rapeseed oil. I feel like that's a bad thing. James S., Phil 47, it says Kinsey. That's totally right. I don't eat rapeseed oil anymore. I don't eat any kind of grains. I try not to, and I try not to eat any kind of grain oil. Don't eat rapeseed oil. Don't eat. I mean, if you're gonna eat, the problem is popcorn is bad for you. It gets in your teeth. I eat it. Don't eat a lot of it, and don't eat it with the rapeseed oil. It's really bad. Rick is average height, which means he's a liar. He's a liar. Don't lie, Rick. Don't lie, Rick. Judge nudge into the obese category on that stupid chart. Yeah. Well, even with me, I am in the overweight category at 80. And you wouldn't think I'm overweight, but I'm slightly overweight. Seed oils are a no-no, Mark Thorson. I want everyone to understand this. Don't eat. There's no such thing as a vegetable oil. They're made out of seeds. Seeds are toxic. The plants don't want us. Where you going? The plants don't want us to eat them. That's why they make them toxic. So, Rick says, Chris Dobson, we need the deets. The deets. Oh, the details. Yeah, we need the... No, we just met Rick. We're not pressing him for details right now. Claire Warren, love you, Lewis. Can't join you tonight. Okay. Here's the deal. If you can't join us, do you think I remember? Oh, where is Claire? She's not here. Why isn't Claire here? You know, I don't want you... If you can't join us, I love you. I love you. I love you. But don't tell us you can't join us. Now I feel sad that you can't join us. Do you mean best? Do you mean best? Best what? We need the bests. No, Carrie, no. Forgive me, I ate a sandwich from the garage. What does the garage mean? What is that? What is sandwich from the garage? Does that mean like the place where they fix the cars in America? Ancient Egyptians managed to suss out water storage and irrigation in Africa. It can be done if the governments there want to. Yeah, let them. Yes, somebody needs to tell them. You know, stop being losers. You know, they're good people, but they're the poorest continent in the world. I got to be nicer to the people. Croxton says, you notice when I do. I notice when Lucy is missing. Yeah, she thinks I'm a creep. I think she does think I'm a creep. Hopefully, I'll catch you soon. See ya. Okay, here's the thing. We're early on in this show. We got 47 viewers. We are not going to say goodbye when we leave if we leave early, okay? We're not. It's too painful for me. I don't want you to leave. Garage means self-service. There's 50 people online, Kenzie. Lola Twinkle. Lola. L-O-L-A, Lola. Garage means service station. In America, it doesn't mean that here. Fuel station. I'm out driving the mobile doctor around. Who is the mobile doctor? What is the mobile doctor? New rule for Discord, no saying goodbye. You just walk away and we'll see you again. And that way you don't take it too personally. You know? Maybe you could end by saying, I love you, Lewis, and then walk away. What a good turnout yesterday. Save the children. What do you mean? I can't say that. I can't use that word the R word. Supposedly, they'll put a thing. They'll block my thing if I use it. How do I get on Discord? Who knows how to get on Discord? Leanne. You like the rule, don't say goodbye. Never can say, what is that great song? Never can say goodbye. No, no, no. Lindsay has already updated the Discord group. Chat rules. Amazing, amazing. I'm going to be on there. I'm not going to hang out there because this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. We got 50 people online. It's a lot of... The out-of-hours GP, is that what you're doing, the out-of-hours GP? I don't even believe. I mean, you need GPs out of hours if you cut yourself, if you break something. That was Gloria Gaynor. Yes, it was Rick. Thank you, Rick. It was Gloria Gaynor. My other half works for out of hours. I guess that's what it's called, and always enjoys the driver's company. Do you enjoy the driver's company, or does she enjoy the driver's company? I mean, I believe in the NHS. About 5% of it. Emergency care. You've broken a bone. You got hit in the face. You're been set on fire. Links never come on the chats or comments. Here. Yeah, how do I get this to be saved? Was it saved yesterday? Because you're half of the show, basically. That links. I was talking about like this chat on the thing. This chat. But yeah, so I'm not on the Discord. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. Yes, I am. I'm not even on whatchamacallit, Instagram, because that guy owns it. I can't find the Discord thing. Look for Lewis Schaffer, Lewis. Do I ever wear cologne? Not anymore. I used to wear it when I was at uni because I was gay back then, but I don't wear cologne now. My partner, Dr. Craig. Oh, I didn't know that. Why don't you introduce yourself? That's two people that I know at least. Is that right? Is that you, Vicky? Is that you? That's not right. This is my friend Dr. Craig and my also friend Vicky from up in Leeds. And you know what I did last night? I took some losartan high blood pressure medication because I came off the line here and my blood pressure was high, high, and I just thought, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take more tonight. I'm taking 100 milligram. I took 100 milligram. But that is so good, Vicky, Miss Armitage Biddy, sister of the night. Well, it's good to see you. Well, can you give my love to what is Dr. Craig? Has he been on the thing? It's so good to hear from you guys. Ian Higgs is from Leeds. I do a show up there, and it was really nice. And then Dr. Craig and Vicky, we go out and we have a few drinks, and it's really good. And I got treated like a celebrity. You treat me like a celebrity. Oh wow, Craig will be glad to hear that. Well, you got a very good husband. Very good husband. Lewis, say hello to my wife, Jo. We are sitting outside watching you on the TV in the conservatory. Mark Marvin, thank you very much. Jo, thank you for watching. I'm looking at you right now, Jo. And Mark Marvin, thank you for watching. Where are you? Are you in Nottingham? We often go to patients who were discharged from the hospitals too early. Well, yeah. Sometimes patients are discharged, but sometimes you shouldn't have gone to the hospital forever. I'm really anti-medicine, and I'm not anti all doctors. Like, for example, Dr. Craig is brilliant, and he says he says you should take blood pressure pills. He says it. I don't really listen to him. Lynn Carson's from Loch Eck, Scotland. My ex-wife is Scotland. This show is stressing you. It could be. It's talking for this long. Isn't it stressing you guys? You want to get in there? Yeah. Rick says, I used to have my hair like George Michael before I turned gay in 1985. Well, actually, gay can make your hair make you bald sometimes, I think. Or high carb diets, and that's a gay diet. Hi, Lewis. Sam S., welcome back. One of your sons, Jonathan K., is on Free Speech Nation tonight. And look what I'm doing. I'm on the TV, basically blocking his thing. There's only 50 or so people watching, so I hope they forgive me. I didn't do this deliberately. I did not do it deliberately. I just said I got to go to this thing, and Leo Kurse called me up and says, "Are you going to this thing?" And that was so nice. People are much nicer to me than I am nicer to them, and that's what we're doing here. We're just trying to be nice to people. Are we not? Let's just try to be nice. You're not anti-medicine, Mark Thoracine. Well, I am basically anti-medicine, even though I took 100 milligrams of losartan, which is a high blood pressure pills. So Mr. Croxton said to Kinsey, you overestimate my ability, with a big smile. Nev says, Pete's Tavern says, Nev, what are you saying Nev to? Jonathan K. and Adine are a great combo. Well, let me say this. Jonathan is a really great guy. Not a great guy, because you can't be a great guy when you're 34 years old. But he's on the way to being a great guy. Adine is lovely. Great to join you from Northern Ireland. Colin Moffat, are you new here? Have you been here before, Colin? Where are you from? Thank you for asking, James. How am I doing tonight? I think I'm doing all right. What do you think? Do I seem like I'm in an okay mood? What do you think? Am I in an okay mood? What do you think? Am I in an okay mood? I think I am. It's a short on YouTube called Bill Burr and Lewis Schaffer. Yeah. Well, I knew the guy, lovely guy. He's become a very good guy. I don't know. People are not happy with him. I don't know why they're not happy with him, but he was always been great to me. Is Nick Dixon on GB News protest strike? Has he not been on? Maybe He's doing his own thing, maybe. I don't want to say what he's doing. Maybe he's not supposed to be doing. A few guys here have the link for Discord. Maybe they can share it somehow. I think if you just look for Google Lewis Schaffer, right? Google Lewis Schaffer. Or maybe someone can put the link here. Maybe I should. Should I do that? Should I do that? Free your faces. What does that mean? What does it mean, free your faces? I think, am I a lot happier than yesterday? I was pretty happy yesterday. I was really happy yesterday. Dixon Cox. Yeah, is that what he does that too? He's gotten very good. Nick Dixon's always been good, but he's gotten very good. He's gotten very good. And he was also very generous, and that's what you have to be with other comedians. You're going to make them look good. Rod Stewart at Glastonbury, still so good. Still so good. Maybe he should sing the Israeli national anthem. Or Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. You should be nice to the Jews because the Jews have atomic bombs. And never again. Remember that. Never again. Never again. Not you people. You people are good because you realize that you're in the same boat as the Jews. The same boat. I think Nick Dixon needed a break from GB News. Yeah, he did. He got ratted on. I'm not going to say that guy called HR on him. But he called HR on him. That's not right. Nick Dixon doesn't deserve that. I think that okay. Top tip. Type AI at the end of Google search, and it doesn't give the annoying AI summary. What does that mean? You mean AI at the end of a Google search, and it doesn't give the annoying AI summary. It just gives the shortened version? That was disgraceful what happened yesterday at Glastonbury. Yeah, it's disgraceful what's happening to this country. Absolutely disgraceful. And you know what? Somebody's going to be punished. Somebody's going to be punished. You are 100% on Rod Stewart. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm on 4 tablets, 2 diuretics, 1 folic acid, plus the blood BP. I'm going to say this to you. You're fat, Simon. You're fat. What do you got to do to be fat? What do we do to be fat? Number 1 is we write down everything that we eat. Number 2, we don't eat any carbs. Trying not to eat any white carbs first. What's the other thing we do? We count our calories. I don't know. I forgot what the third thing is. Glasto should be about peace and not peace-taking. Yes, exactly. By some thug, who's grown up on war. We need someone growing up on peace. No, it didn't post. It didn't post, Lola. Why is Rod Stewart even there? I thought he was all right. Yeah, I used to like Rod Stewart back in the day. I got a girlfriend of mine who was very young, and she liked Rod Stewart when he was in his 40s. And I just thought, yuck, so old, 40s. Rod Stewart, she was like 23. Any tips for the prostate, Lewis? I'm pissing like a stuttering monk. Yes, low-carb diet. Low-carb diet. Low carb. And what is a carb? Sugars are carbs. Starches are carbs. That's what causes prostate. Yeah. I mean, I pee a lot at night, but I don't pee during the daytime. With any search, you can put in a minus to not search for the element and a plus to search for something. Thank you, Croxton. We're learning something. Also, if you put your search in quotes, it'll search explicitly for the thing. Put it in quotes, yeah. So if you say, I'm looking for Lewis Schaffer, there won't be anybody sort of like Lewis Schaffer, yes. I did litter picking at Glastonbury in the 1990s, and a guy found a placenta inside a tent. Well, that's sad. Or maybe they're happy. They would, maybe it wasn't based on love. How big why? Because, placenta. That means the person was pregnant, right? Well, we're not talking about that. I don't know. It might be one of those words we can't discuss. It's not stressful to listen to me. Thank you, Pete. It's not stressful to listen to you, but I just get so excited and I just talk. Talking, you talk. Do you mind if I go get a glass of water and I'll be right back? Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that if somebody comes in and say, Lewis has left, I've left, I don't know how to write down that I've left for a glass of water. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Don't you have a butler or something for that? No, I don't have it. Okay, I went to pick up, and my son said you maybe could have hear me say that'll shut those buggers up for 10 minutes, whatever. This chair will be more famous than the one on Mastermind. Maybe I found this in the street. Can you see this chair? I don't know if you can see it. It's not leather. I don't think it's leather. It's a cheap chair, but it's still a chair. I have thin arms and legs. My belly could be fluid. What does that mean? I just nibble these days to avoid overload. You have a belly, it means you're fat. It means you're on a high-carb diet. Simon, don't be fat. Don't be fat. It's a nice chair. Thank you very much for saying that. It's a nice chair. I find everything, the tables from the street, the computer my son gave me, the chair I was given to by an old friend, the curtain I found in the street. The glass is a clean one. I wash all my glasses, and I'm not so sure that we need to. Pleather, is that what it's called? Non-stick Nick, hello. And women, what about women? All my women are used. Historically, I'm in my 20s. Glastonbury was my dream. Now in my 20s, according to D.D. Plectum. Now, I'm in my mid-50s. I can think of nothing worse. Hell on earth. Yeah, you get to a certain age. I'd never been to any of these festivals, ever. Joe Sanders says very upcycling and sustainable. It's not sustainable, but it helps the earth to be sustained. It's not... You taking stuff is not sustaining anything. But James J. says, where are you from again? I don't think we should use the word fat. Well-nutritioned is better. Unfortunately, if you're fat, you're not well-nutritioned. It's not healthy to be fat. It means you're bloated. It means you've got irritation and inflammation. Couldn't pay me to go to Glastonbury. Well, this is how the left is going to kill themselves. They're already killing themselves in America, and it's going to happen here. It's going to happen here. The problem is the Tories were too similar to the left, and people grew to hate the Tories, or whatever it is. I guess that's what it is. Okay. So Lynn Carson likes Alan Williams a lot. Okay. Trish says, I've been to 20 Glastonburys. Yes, you have. Can't afford it anymore, but would go if I could. There's something for everyone, and there's great comedy, too. That's my friend Tristan. Yes, there is. Why, it costs like £400 right now. Is that for a day or per person? I have stories about Glastonbury toilets. I'd like to hear some of them. Okay, Ben. Hey, Ben. Did you once say you have been to Hive? I have been to Hive. Yeah. I've been to Hive. I've been to Hove, too, but I've been to Hive. It's on that train. I took that train down there. That was amazing. But it wasn't super expensive back in the day. By using free or second-hand goods, you're not paying the tax you would on brand name items. Right. And you're not spending as much money. I buy a tie, it's £1. I'm not spending 15 or 30, whatever it is. That's true. And all they want to do is take our taxes, left and right. So you're right. It's good. Charity Shop Lewis, secondhand rose. Gary Newman was good, according to Rick. Yeah, he was amazing at the time. It's cirrhosis, non-alcoholic. Well, are you eating a high-carb diet, Simon? Yes, you are. And that causes cirrhosis. All those young kids have cirrhosis of the liver. Why? Because they eat a high-carb diet. Ben, are you from Hive? Yeah, okay. Levitation is probably useful in the toilets. You can imagine how disgusting they are. I can imagine that. I don't think I could do it because I've got... I pee like every 2 hours in the middle of the night. I pee into a glass jar. 2 glass jars by my bed. So, ladies, if you come and visit me and stay with me, there are 2 glass jars of pee by my bed. You know this... Is that wrong that I'm telling them this, Columbus?
Stop joking.
Stop joking. My son... I'm not joking. Okay. Is there anything at Glastonbury for introverts? I could stay in my tent on my own. Yeah. Judel says you cannot be serious. I'm serious. I pee in a glass jar. I'm 68 years old. I've destroyed my body by eating a high-carb diet, and now it's too late. Okay. My missus says she gets everything from charity shops or secondhand. She says it about me too. I was married twice before I met her, according to Steve 496 Davies. That is funny. It's an old joke, but it's funny. The truth is everything I get, like this, like my microphone right here. I got that at CEX. You know that store, CEX. I got a used book on Velikovsky. My How to Win Friends and Influence People I found in the street. So, yeah. Okay, do you drink it in the morning? No, I don't drink urine in the morning. Is it good for you? I'm not sure. Okay. Home from home, Lewis. Home from home, Lewis. What does that mean? You're in charge, so you can go for your water. Thank you very much. I can go for my water. Let's see what else. So Marvin says, Joe, it's never too late it's never too late. It's never too that would be a TOO, Mark. TOO, never too late, because too much. Remember, when something is too much, it's an extra O, because there's an extra O in there. I thought of that myself. I was at Fratelli's gig in Bristol. What is Bristol? Is that Bristol? Because my son went to school there last night, and there was female urinals, but none for men. Yeah, well, you know what? It makes a sense, because women, they have to sit down. It takes them longer to pee. They're not like men. They just can't pee on the floor. So give them extra bathrooms. I brought a handbag at a charity shop the other day, Kinsey says, for £7, and it's worth £200. I got it authenticated. That's brilliant. You know, my old friend, I'm not going to mention her name, but she loved that. She loved charity shopping. She did. You asked, Lewis. Security got called to the toilets as women were running out screaming. These toilets were basically planks over a cesspit. Turned out a guy on LSD was swimming in the cesspit. Is that true? Because Lewis Schaffer doesn't believe in germ theory. He believes you should not be swimming in a cesspit. That's not healthy. That's an interesting story. Apparently urine therapy, drinking it as a thing. Well, yeah, maybe, yeah. Probably isn't. Probably is not going to kill you. But poo is very bad, strange poo. D.D. Flectum says, I've been to Hythe. I'm from Northumberland. That's about as far as you can go. There is a little train that takes you, to a ferry, which takes you to Southampton. It was great. I've been on that train. It was a small, narrow gauge train in Hythe. What's the other names? Dungeness. It goes to Dungeness, right? Let's see. Charity is great. No. Yes, charity is a lot better than having the government steal money from you. But is charity great? What do you say? Yeah, charity is good, but not fake charity, not like Ofcom, or not like the fake charities that my friend Tristan, who I love and respect, believes in. We have arguments, but he's such a nice guy. He doesn't get angry at me. You don't get angry at me, Tristan, that I'm like a right-wing thug, whatever someone might call me. Why doesn't Tristan yell at me? He's he's a carer, a very big carer. Lewis, your chat box on the screen is too small. Please ask your amazing son to expand it. Can you see the chat box on the side? Let me do this. I'll do this here.
You can make it larger. Not the one on the screen, on the one on the editor.
Which one are you talking about? The one on the screen?
On the editor.
What's the editor? I'm on the editor now. Right?
You can just drag it to make it larger. See in the corner.
Here, like there. Like here.
Well, now it's off the screen. And you've also dragged off the video so it's not centered anymore.
Okay. All right, I'm trying to...
Right, stop being...
I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to move it.
The corner.
Hey, how's that?
The corner. There we go. That's way too big, though.
No, is that too big? Who asked that?
But you need to make the video, so drag the video
Jedster,
down.
is that too big? How do I make it bigger like
drag
that?
Drag the video down.
That's as far down as it goes.
That's good. That's fine.
Is that okay? Is that better? Eyeglasses are the cure. Yeah, well, they could work. I like to keep a broad range of friends. This is why my friend Tristan is a great guy. And you probably like these people here. They'll take any friends that they can get. These are not winners, my friends. Are you winners? They are winners. You're making me feel queasy. Yeah, that was the story about the poo and the falling in a cesspit. What did Columbus have to eat at the party? He didn't eat as much as I ate. What did you eat, Columbus? He wants to know. You burgers. He had the burgers. They were all right. Cooked burgers are not as good as they could be, though. The text size wasn't the problem for me. What was the problem? This color on there. Lewis just move it sideways to the right edge of the messages. What does that mean? It is moved to the left. Oh, which side is the left? Is that? My son will have to help me for it. Lewis, just move it sideways to get the right-hand edge of the messages.
No, move it so it's on the screen, because right now it's cutting it off on the side.
Oh, okay. You guys got to tell me all this stuff.
No, they don't need to tell you.
Yes, they do.
Yourself.
I can't see it myself.
Now you've just done the exact same issue again.
Okay, is that better? I can't see it.
There you go. That's fine.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
What about this bit up top?
Just leave it.
Okay, can you see it? Is that better? You've got on no trousers. No, I'm totally naked and I'm touching myself. Okay, the size was fine earlier, Steve says, but let's make it.
Huge. That's like that. This is huge. This is like if you're like old and can't see anything.
These people are old. They're all.
No, this is like how you've got it on your computer.
Right, I'm saying because they need to see it this big. You're young, Columbus, but these people need to see it big. The text box only shows a handful of messages. Previously, it filled the height of the screen. Why is that? I don't know how to make this better. Blending. What do I do? How do I change this? What do I press on this? I stopped wearing glasses. I don't wear glasses. How do I change the size of this, Columbus? You want to have a look at this?
Just make it a bit smaller.
How do you make it smaller? Copy, select, transform. Could it be?
No, just corner. Just fucking. What you just did to make it larger, do the opposite to make it smaller.
Columbus, sort your father out. They're asking you to do a favor.
No, I don't understand what they want anyways.
Well, why don't you listen to them?
So I'm not watching.
Whoops. Who's 53? Are you what is 36 here? What does that mean? 36? Are you 36 years old? Let me just get this down. I'm playing with this. I can't move it around now. I don't know what I've done.
I don't understand what the problem is. You keep on moving your actual video.
Hey guys, welcome to the Chatbox Podcast. Yeah, we're trying to make it work.
Make it smaller.
Yeah, hi Luann. Luann's 46. Is that old? No.
Go to the editor. Click on the chat on the editor screen, on the editor little box thing.
Where is the chat? Where does it say that there? Okay.
The box.
Right, chat box.
And in the corner, okay, and drag it, You know the diagonal double-sided arrow?
I don't know. I don't know what
Holy fuck.
You're really being judgmental, Columbus.
I am, because you literally just did it.
I don't know how I did
it to make it larger. It's so stupid. It's been weeks of you being.
It hasn't. You haven't been here, Columbus. You haven't been here. Do you know what the people are hearing? How grumpy you are towards your own father.
Grumpy.
Why are you so grumpy towards your father? Because do you know what happened, audience? You know what happened, everybody? His mother hated me, and justifiably so. But this is what happens. This is why people should stay married, basically.
I don't have a short fuse. I'm annoyed when I tell someone how to do something 3 times. They can't.
Columbus, you're living with me. You have to be nice to your father. I don't know why. Yeah, you know what? You know, we went and Leo Kurz was asking him for his.
Put the camera down. Put it.
We're going off. We're not going offline, but
Just don't. Come on. Out of the way.
okay. Columbus is stepping in. He's
Here we
helping
go.
me.
Here we go. You see
Yeah.
this? This is too large because you've been moving it about
Yeah.
the place by accident. Because
Right. Okay.
you right-click this.
Right. That's good.
Transform. Fit to screen. Very simple.
Okay, that's good.
You see this?
Now, how did you do
see,
that? What did you?
You
what
click
did,
it.
Did you,
click
press
it.
left or right click? Left click. No, that's too small.
It isn't. It looks
isn't
too small here,
small.
but for them, it's like however big their screen is. It's about their screen's this size, so it'll be like this, unless they're on.
Okay.
But
all right.
if they're on the
How-
phone,
how
they
is
can
this?
click show chat
How
on
is
their
this?
phone and read it.
Rosalie Muir. Columbus makes me thankful I never had children. You are totally right.
Okay, put the camera
Chris
back.
Tristan says that this is the best bits. Yeah. He sounds like Andrew Doyle. Yeah, he does sound like Andrew Doyle. Do you sound like? Yeah, he's very judgmental. He's judgmental. My other son isn't that way. Luckily, I've got two. Yeah. The kids are horrible. Team Carnegie, that's the other kid. Yeah, kids are horrible. I'm 56, Alan Williams, Luan, and I'm nearly dead. So can you gauge your age status from that? You're not nearly dead. You're going to go on a low-carb diet. Columbus Schaffer said, I'm losing his mind. He's losing his mind. He's losing his mind because of the Tory Labour government that we have here. We need a business-friendly but not environmentally bad. Columbus sounds like he's my Mrs. Teenager. They have no patience. Yeah, he's living with me. He's so ungrateful. Lewis, he could be yeah, Columbus could be a tech there at GB News. Yeah, he could be. That's why I was trying to get him a job, kind of. Is the other son the better-looking one? Yes, the other son is the better-looking one. We are not starting a campaign against Columbus. We did that for Andrew. Yeah. Now, we love Andrew, too. And we love Columbus. But he could be a bit nicer to me. Okay. I have patience, but I've taught him how to do this so much. I'll read in my son's voice. I have patience, but I've taught him how to do this so much, and he doesn't learn. And he just relies on me to do it for him. People are not going to like you, Columbus. That sounds so ratty to say. My son is the same, Kerry P. Yeah, kids are bad.
It's true.
Kids are bad. If you don't remember getting frustrated with your parents, you are lying to yourself. Yeah, we get frustrated with our parents because they feel trapped with me. I guess I think he's thinking, what is this guy doing living in my house? That's what Columbus is thinking. As long as we see you, Lewis. But good job, Columbus. They don't care about. They just want me to be seen. Sorry, Columbus. Old buggers like us can be frustrating. Yeah. I mean, the truth about it is Columbus doesn't know much about this either. I mean, but he did check on Google to find out the answer. I'm gonna have to start watching this. We know. I can only imagine how it is to be with Lewis Schaffer all my life. Bless you, my son. That's what Croxton says. Kids always know better, apparently. They really do. And they're, it's like, as I always say, oh, people should have kids. They shouldn't have kids. They're really bad. They can be really problematic. There's nothing as good as just being you're all right, Columbus. That's what Lola says. Lola is, yeah. Kids can be bad. Kids can be bad. According to Ian says, all sons get grumpy with their dads. There's no, their dad's what? The dad's computer? What do you mean the dad's plural, D-A-D-S? No, it's not plural, so you don't put an X, whatchamacallit, in there, colon, or whatever that's called. Columbus makes me thankful, okay, that's what, so what did Tristan say? This is elder abuse. Yes, you see it. You see it. And then imagine I'm living with the mother, and the mother is screaming at me. The kids never screamed at me when I was with the mother, but the mother did. Columbus is losing his mind. Okay, so that's what is he playing? What about Minecraft? Columbus wants to.
You're really far back on the chat. You need to.
Yeah, I went back. Columbus just wants to play Minecraft and get some diamond armor. Is that true, Columbus? You're not playing Minecraft now, are you?
No, I don't know who this guy is.
Well, it's a guy. They're all right. My son is the same. No patience to explain tech things. Yeah, but you'll explain how to get a degree, how to go to college, how to finish a paper, how to type. You'll tell them everything. But do they appreciate that? Tell Columbus you love him. I love you, Columbus. Columbus, I love you.
Very good.
Very good. That's his answer. Very good. Very good. He'll be grumpy when he's on the Ukrainian front next year. Yeah, maybe. Is that where we're going? My son is the same. No, we're not going to go. We're not going to. I'm not going to say anything. Okay? So he'll be grumpy. Hopefully they will appreciate it later on in life. Well, Columbus has been pretty all right with me. Are you all right with me, Columbus? Do you appreciate what I've done? They asked him, was I a good dad today? And he said half and half. Right? Was
That's
that...
what I always say, though.
You always say half and half. It's an all right answer. Half and half. I have patience. That's what my son says. Read it in his voice. I have patience, but I've taught him how to do this so much, and he doesn't learn. And he doesn't learn, and just relies on me to do it for him. That's what his mother sounds like. Does your mother sound like that? You know, does she sound like that? Yeah. It's like you learn. You know, you're an idiot. You're always room for improvement. Yes. Okay. So I never pay for someone to things, only gas. I watch YouTube and learn how to do it. I fix cars, do building work, and pretty much do anything. You mean everything else? Anyone can do everything or anything. Yeah. Let's do more things. Yeah. I think it's important. We'll change the subject. Okay, are we ready for the diet portion of the show? Do you want to do the diet portion of the show? Technology is great until it breaks down. Yeah, and it used to break down a lot. And even now, because there's so many add-ons to everything. This father-son interaction is like something out of an Ingmar Bergman film. I'm not sure, but maybe. Like what, we're screaming at each other? You're triggering him now, Lewis. This could turn ugly. Yeah, I don't think it'll turn ugly because he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's 24 also. That's a good age to be. Yes, like Ingmar Bergman. Turn it off and on again. Yeah, you got to start from the beginning also. Diet. Are we peeing in bottles again? That's not diet. But diet is how much do we weigh? How do we know we weigh too much? How much should we weigh? And how do we lose weight? And what's the proper diet? You know what the proper diet for me is, which is meat. I hadn't spoken to my eldest son for 2 years. He's 39. It took him to end up in hospital for me to realize that we should talk. Yeah. You get mad at them. I mean, a parent should not stop talking to their children. A child, if a child doesn't want to, if these kids don't want to talk to me, they can, they don't have to talk to me. I watched Mel Brooks singing Sweet Georgia Brown with Anne Bancroft in Polish today. It's the first time for everything. Is that a recent? I think Anne Bancroft died, and it's an older song. I should be at 85 kilograms. I've got 20 kilograms to go. And you're losing a bit of weight, so a round of applause for Maltese Phil. I weigh once a week on a Thursday. Hopefully, I'll have some weight off. I would suggest weigh every single day. That's you don't get it carried away. I just ate half a little cherry crumble. I ate nothing before that today, so that is okay. It's not okay because you need protein, but it's still better. It's still better than eating too much. Okay? It's still better than eating too much. It was 1983. What was in 1983? Oh, Mel Brooks. That was 45 years ago. She was so beautiful in that movie. In The Graduate, I saw it with my parents. I saw it in parents. About the parents were so mad at the guy. Remember how mad they were? I mean, mad at him. I love crumble. Yeah, I never had crumble as a kid, but I love it now. Crumble is amazing. It's amazing. What does nuts mean? Nuts are very bad for you, Ian. Very bad. Yeah, I love The Graduate. Joe Sanders, she loves The Graduate. I would say it's one of my favorite movies, The Graduate. And I remember hearing Simon and Garfunkel. How great were they? How great were they? And they couldn't get along because Paul Simon didn't understand that he wasn't as good as. No, excuse me. That Art Garfunkel didn't understand that he was as good as that he wasn't that he didn't understand he wasn't as good as Paul Simon. But Paul Simon was unfortunately not the most attractive guy. Not good evening. Oh, there you go. Bacon of the Dark Side. That's one of Columbus's friends, right? Is that your friend Columbus? Bacon?
Yeah.
That's one of Columbus's friends.
He's my very good friend.
Very good friend. All right. I don't believe my son has any friends. Okay. Where do you stand on biltong meat, Lewis? Remember with prepared meat, it raises the uric acid risk. I believe in fresh meat, but if you have a choice between having a plate of chips and some biltong, I would have the biltong. I would have the cured meat. What do you think about that? It's not just sons and daughters are bad. My daughter is lovely. Oh, it's not just sons, daughter are as bad. Your daughter's lovely. Yeah, maybe she's nice to you, but to other men she's horrible. Yes, and he calls you Mr. Schaffer. Who does he call Mr. Schaffer? Yeah. My weight has gone up 6 pounds to 166 pounds because I can't go running this heat, and I've been drinking beer instead. Why don't you just blame the food? Instead of going running, why don't you just say, I'm going to eat a little bit less? Biltong is cured meat. Yeah, it's delicious, but cured meat, I'm against curing meat, and I'm against eating cooked meat. I'm in favor of raw meat. Have we been doing it wrong? Should we be calling you Mr. Schaffer, sir? Mr. Schaffer, sir. But no patience to teach computer things. Who is that? Your daughter? Okay. I have been Mrs. Robinson on occasion, Joe Sanders. That's for another time. Just saying. Well, yeah. Well, women need love, and you know what? And these young men, they need love too. You know, they want to have sex, and if they find you attractive, but you have to let them. What did Mrs. Robinson do? She tried to prevent her own daughter from finding happiness with Dustin Hoffman. Am I right? That's what the story's about. She was greedy. She didn't care about her husband. She just wanted to get her rocks off. She met Dustin Hoffman, and she tried to keep Dustin Hoffman for herself. Am I right? Mr. Croxton called Joe Sanders a cougar. You're very pretty. Yeah, very pretty. But you know what? Very pretty. Very pretty. Ian says, hi, Bacon. That's good. We're interacting with each other. This is great. Okay. I've just had raw beef brisket with rock salt and 5 boiled eggs. That's on the step of the right direction. Why don't you try to have boiled eggs, but cook for 3 minutes so the inside are not cooked, and then don't eat the white bit? How about that? Do you eat raw meat because you can't get to the kitchen? Why can't I get to the kitchen? It's right over here. There's the kitchen is right there. Yeah, Mr. Croxton says I was going to call you a cougar because you're very pretty. Yeah, okay. It is only moving on this video, on the video. What's only moving? What is only moving? Hello, chat, says Bacon. You have to love yourself, then others will love you too. No. You have to love other people, and then other people will love you. How do you love yourself? How do you know that you're something? How do you know? I don't think I'm something, and I hope you people don't think you're something because you're not. You're horrible people. No, how do you know? You don't know that we don't know what we are. Am I right? We don't know. Streaming quite late today, Mrs. Schaffer. I am because I went to the GB News summer party. Can you get egg bound? I don't know why. I am bound. I only poo like once a day, once every other day. I am, but you know what it is? When you eat a plant-based diet, you either have incredible diarrhea or you have incredible constipation. You don't need to poo that much because when you're eating meat, there's very little waste going on. It's not like you're eating high fiber food. Was it a good party? No, it was not a good party. Was it a bad party? No, it wasn't a bad party. It wasn't a bad party. I mean, it's good for me because I can't I can't flirt with the girls. Did I flirt with any of the girls, Columbus? I don't think I did.
A bit.
A bit. I did. Did I really?
You can't help yourself.
I can't help myself. Like I flirt with you guys. I flirt with you guys. And I do mean it. I do mean it. But I shouldn't. Took me a long time, but I'm good with being me. What happens if you're not good, Leanne? You know what I mean? I know I'm lovable. I'm charismatic, and I like the flirt charm. People love to be around me. Not boasting, laugh out loud. You don't want to be that way. You don't want to be that way. But you don't want to be. What's the word for that? You don't want to be in a closet. What is it? What?
Cocky.
What?
Cocky.
Cocky. You don't want to be cocky, but you don't want to be the other way too. You don't want to be super shy. Lewis loves himself, whatever he has the house to himself. Okay. No. Lewis, okay. Flirt away, Lewis. Thank you, Leanne. Can I flirt with you? Do you mind if I flirt with you? I think Lucy doesn't like me anymore. So, and I don't. It was Joodles here. Maybe Joodles had to leave. And Claire. And what about Kinsey? You know, I don't know what to tell you. I like to flirt. I like to, you know. But also, you don't want to waste girls' time. You know, let's say they want kids, or let's say they want somebody who really loves them and wants to hang out with them all the time, and I'm just a flirt and I want to be off by myself. You can't do it. You don't do it. Feel free, Leanne. Thank you, Leanne. Okay, I appreciate that. You are beautiful, says Tool Productions, and as are you. You're not a tool at all. Okay, Lewis. Now just you stop this pissing in the bottles at night. I was kidding about that, of course. It is not what gentlemen should do. Instead, just go to the toilet. The problem is, it gets light in it. You got to turn the light on, otherwise you pee on the toilet brim, and then your son yells at you for that happening, even though it might not be that. To be fair, there are some honeys at GB News. Well, you know who was there? Michelle Dubry was there, right? And today, and Bev Turner was there. There's some really nice girls, and I flirt with everyone without even realizing, according to Joe Sanders. A good thing or a bad thing? Well, if you do flirt with them, and somebody says, hey, you've been flirting with me, let's go, what do you say? Do you say yes or no? 2 cups, 1 Schaffer. Oh, that's funny. That's an old English joke for people. Isn't that funny? Let's see. I used to play it down. We've got 54 viewers. How do you like that? That's great. Lucy and Joodles are otherwise occupied. Joodles' Northern Irish friends are doing party. Yeah, I believe they could be doing a party. It's nice that we all have friends. Don't feel bad if you miss this thing, if you miss me. Don't say I'm sorry. Just don't turn up and people say, where were you? You say, oh, I couldn't make it, but I'm happy to be back here. Don't keep a bedpan under the bed. Trust the springs. I was told this by my grandmother. Beds have changed since then. What does that mean? Don't keep a bedpan under the bed, period. The steam. What does that mean, the steam? Trust the springs. I don't know what that means. My mom, Ann, says hi. Hello, Ann. Ann's not the Armenian one, but so your mom married an Armenian, so that makes her a fan of Armenians, which is great. T from the U. Is this only on YouTube? Right now it is. You know what you guys could do? You could cut it up into parts and make it funny. Piss steam. What does that mean? Piss steam. I don't know what that means. Hi, Ann. Mark's mom is named Ann. Sorry, bloody T9 again. What does that mean? T9. I'm sorry if I don't understand everything. I'm not being mean. Am I being mean? So Mr. Croxton's going for a cigarette. That's wrong. Steam off the warm piss. Oh, I see. Lewis, Uncooked Stream highlights compilation. Lewis Schaffer Uncooked Stream compilations. When? I don't know. I mean, I can barely do this thing. It's amazing. I'm sitting here talking, right? We're talking. We're having a good time talking. It rusts the springs, them being metal. T9 is autocorrect. Oh, I didn't realize that. I mean, is that the top row? Is that like, what does that mean? Does that mean like T9. I don't know what that means. All right, we'll have to check that out. Maybe next year, according to Sam S., GB News should have a theme for the party, like tarts and Vickers. Yeah, well, I'm not saying these women are tarts who work there, but these are strong women. Steam from the piss rusts the bed springs. How about peeing into something? There are loads of hotties at GB News. That's why I haven't boycotted the channel since they canceled Headliners. There are lovely, lovely women, yeah. I mean, I'm getting older, so I think most women are hot. I'm not... So Leanne says, Defo having a good time. The things we talk about are hilarious. I mean, we're talking about bed pads. Where else would you get that? Bedpans, yeah. I give up with trying to text the word rusts. Yeah, rusts, yeah. I mean, it's hard. We're typing. They thought typing would be dead in the age of telephones. And now they're doing amazing things with this computer thing. Just use the toilet, Lewis. I don't know. Databayo. What does that mean? Databayo. Dogs, pists will rust lampposts. Yes, they do. Yeah. Gotcha, Steve. What is Steve saying? Hey, Stuart. What is Steve saying? Where did Steve come in there? Steve, 9496. Bedpans, lovely Victorian designs. Well, first of all, there was just a toilet outside, the bed outside in the back. It was cold. That's why you had to pee in a bedpan. You know, you had to pee in something, right? So don't be against it. Maybe the theme for GB News party theme could be unfairly sacked and not unfairly sacked. Dress as someone you feel was or was not unfairly sacked. Yes. But people get sacked anyway. You know, you probably don't know how much money Mark Dolan was making, and they're thinking we're having financial problems. We like Mark Dolan. I really like Mark Dolan. I've said it so many times. Handsome guys at GB News, too. Tom Harwood, handsome. Ben Leo, his wife is beautiful. I met his wife tonight. Charlie Peters, really great looking. Sam Francis also. Maybe that's the theme, yeah. A commode. What does a commode mean? Isn't that a bedpan as a commode? What's the difference between a bedpan and a commode? Leanne. Is that a picture of you on your thing? Okay. Fat fingers and T9 will be the end of me. I'll be sending an important message one day, and it'll be all wrong and offensive. Yeah. Let's big round of applause for Mark Stein. I forgot all about Mark Stein. I listened to Mark Stein before. I really liked him. And then he had 2 heart attacks because he's probably on a high-carb diet, smokes cigarettes, and drinks. High carbs, bad. I don't understand why they got rid of Mark Dolan. I don't understand it either. It just happened, really. And then, it just happened. I don't understand why they got rid of Mark. I don't understand right. I loved Mark Stein, too. Yeah, he's great. I don't know where he lives in Canada, but he's up there. Instead of leaving your room. I don't want to leave the room. I don't want to leave. I'm not a good sleeper. I'm addicted to my phone. My son is always saying you're addicted to your phone. It's like it really annoys him. Outside toilets, are freezing. I think that's an extra comma, Simon Arnold, but I get your point. It's freezing. Luckily, we have a toilet here. Yeah, we have a toilet. So, that's really important. I'm just concerned. Can you see me? Is it light enough here? I'm going to move this over here, Columbus.
It's fine.
I'm just going to move this just 2 feet over here.
It's fine.
No, it isn't. It's being blocked. Is that a bit brighter? Okay, everybody. Sam Allen is subscribed. That's really great. A round of applause for Sam Allen for subscribing. Can you all subscribe? Mark, have you subscribed so I can hit 1,000? It would be really important to me. I appreciate it very much. Can you everybody who's on the thing like it? We have 58 viewers, Columbus. How great is that? 58 viewers. I hated the outdoor toilet. Dark, freezing, no idea if there's a rat or enormous spider in it. And the seats are always dirty. It's always... no. I mean, nice toilets. Nice toilets. Is the chat box easily read up there? Is it easily read? I liked Mr. Schaffer. Okay. Mom grew up in the war. Outside toilets were the norm. And newspapers for toilet paper, which left ink print. Laugh out loud. Who hasn't read A Girl's Bottom? I read Your Girl's Bottom during the war. Okay. Mark Dolan was the only one on GB News who reported about the COVID protest in London, which I attended. Yes, he was. He was. And I am totally against... I believe COVID is a lie. A total lie. And that's one of the things I liked about Mark Dolan. And he was also totally on page with my... He was earlier than I was on the vegan thing, on the diabetes thing. He came to my show. You've got diabetes. I don't understand why they got rid of... That's the reason. They got rid of him, possibly. Maybe he was under pressure. Because, you know, I got like 100, 200 complaints or more. Because I said I didn't think COVID was a thing. Did you find your toilet in the street, Lewis? Honestly, you want to know the absolute truth? I found a toilet seat in a box in Peckham Rye Park. Yes, I did. I find everything used. I find everything used because I'm not afraid of germs anymore. I don't believe in germ theory. I don't believe one little speck of a germ goes into you scratch yourself. It goes in and that increases to a billion, trillion, and you die. I don't believe that. But I'm not your doctor. I am not your doctor, people. I think they mean the pick steam will rust the springs. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I could see that. If it's cold in the room. But also, that's why I put a lid on the... my son hates this. Hates that I know he hates me having the thing, but he hates me talking about it too. My father used to pee in the thing when he was in his car because he had prostate disease. And I was with him when he had prostate flare up, and he was literally begging that they put a catheter in his penis so he could pee. Imagine being in that much pain that you want a tube rammed up your so that you can pee. Am I right? Isn't that a horrible thing? I'm not even sure that prostate disease is cancer. It's an inflammation. It's a irritation. It's swollen, but I'm not sure it is. Who knows about it? If you know about it, write something. I'm not a doctor. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here. Well, we're talking about what are we talking about, Columbus? We're talking about commodes and peeing in the flat, right? So, I mean, right, I'm not peeing as well as I should, okay? Would you ever try human meat, Mr. Schaffer? Well, you know something? The thing about human meat is it's probably the healthiest meat you can eat is human meat. The healthiest meat is because it is what we are. It's like why we eat beef, because it's very similar to us. So the answer is no, I would not. But if I'm starving, I would. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? I'm not saying it's good. You wouldn't tell anybody about it because people think you're a horrible person. Okay? Right. But, you know, 59 people viewing, 60 people. Thank you, Kinsey. That's amazing. Yeah, humans are called long pig. Yeah. But, yes. You shouldn't eat humans. But eating humans is very historically accurate across Alive. I read that. Did I read that book to you, Columbus? Alive. Do you remember that book about the plane that crashed in the Andes?
I thought I read it.
I probably read it to you. Remember the book about the ships, the Battle of Midway, and the people dying on the Battle of Midway? Yeah. I read Alive to my son. Great film. It was really, really, really a great film. And I've read it since. We have the book here, Alive. I recommend it. You're moving ahead. I might Soylent Green with extra butter, please. Yeah, I'm against Soylent Green because it's cooked. I mean, but you should not. I'm not advocating. People are going to say Lewis advocating eating meat. He's horrible. Like people will find this website and then they'll say you advocated eating meat. Kerry says Alive is a great film, and it was a really good book too. Every day is a school day with Lewis Schaffer. Well, we're trying to learn, aren't we? Trying to learn, Alan Williams. Yes, commodes are just a pot under a cushion, in a seat in a chair. Special pans are the last option, Lewis. It's just, yeah, you mean you sat on a chair and you pooed in the bowl, and then you brought the bowl outside, or you had your maid bring it outside. Joe Sanders said she just threw up almost watching Alive. In that situation, I guess I would too. Yeah, well, you got to do what you got to do. You want to live. They're stuck in the mountains in there, in the Andes, up 22,000 feet. You know, it's a very rough place to live. I'm watching you now. Thank you, Lorna. Round of applause for Lorna. She's a very good friend. Not a good friend, because I never met you personally, and we haven't had sex together. Just kidding. I shouldn't talk like this. Should I talk like this? The point is, what were we talking about? The point is, as men get older, they have to pee. And one of the things that makes us have to pee is a high sugar diet. So, and I'm on a relatively low sugar diet. What would taste better, vegan, vegetarian, or carnivore? Obviously, carnivore tastes better because it's healthy. Which diet makes you want to eat more? Well, basically a vegetarian diet. No, I mean a vegan diet, because it has no, I don't know, what does it taste better? A carnivore diet does not tastes good. But the thing that tastes really amazing is a chocolate cake. But that doesn't mean it's good for you. Like I had the tiramisu and some cheesecake, right, Columbus? And it tasted amazing. And I had 2 or 3 pieces of this thing. But it's not good for you. It's not good. Lorna says, you make me laugh. I hope you're talking about me? Thank you. Talk how I want. Exactly, Joe. Okay, no, I meant humans. What are you saying? Oh, a human who's a carnivore, a human who's a vegan, a human well, obviously, a human who's a carnivore, because they're healthier. They've got more of the enzymes. They got more of the nutrients. They don't have omega-6, too much of it. So, yes, a human who's a carnivore. Too much ejaculating increases your PSA blood score. Keep it in for a couple of days before you get a blood test. My advice to you, never take a PSA blood test, because it gets totally misinterpreted. But I'm not a doctor. I was told this long before I became this way by my friend Nicola, who is one of my wife's friends. She said, don't take a PSA test. I annoy some of the doctors because out of 100 people, they'll give 1 or 2 or 3 a surgery, and totally unnecessary surgery. Let's see what they're saying. Too much ejaculation. Okay, so what proportion of this audience is a potential cannibal? We all are, but we're not going that way. We don't need to go that way. Are you saying I'm a cannibal because I eat meat? That people who eat meat. You know who told me that to my face? Says I was a cannibal because I ate meat. What's her name? The blonde-haired woman who's on the weekends. What's her name? I feel bad for not remembering her name. But she told me this. Vegans think that we're animals. PSA is not a great marker, but it's a start. I am a doctor. Well, I'm sorry, Rick. The way you get me not to listen to you is by saying, I am a doctor. Dawn Neeson, right? Beautiful, beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. But she looked at me with such disrespect because I'm a carnivore. She couldn't believe it because all of her friends are vegans. She's great. Dawn Neeson is really great. Very slender. I like girls who are slender. You're a doctor of love, yes. I'm a doctor. Yeah, well, we need love, and we need doctors of love. I don't think she's beautiful. Is that too harsh? Yes, it's too harsh to say. It's too harsh to say. Too harsh. Can we not be negative about the people that I work with? Because there are people who write negative things about me. That annoying Lewis Schaffer. You know, you don't want to read it. Lots of people like her. And you got to have different voices. She's in good shape for a 60-year-old. Yes, she is. she's in good shape. And that's what you want. You want a girl who can run around, who can throw a punch, who can make you dinner. Okay. A friend used to be a schizophrenic, but since they started eating raw meat, they got better. Exactly right. Google mental illness and carnivore diet. Michelle is a fox. I don't know if I'd call her a fox. She's too nice to be a fox. I don't see the foxiness in her. Dawn Neeson used to be a fox, but Michelle, I don't know if she's a fox. She's just really, really pretty. I eat tons of meat. We are made to eat meat. I love my belly pork, yes. If you eat meat, you will have lower mental illness. Do you agree with that, Columbus? No. 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 Are you in good shape? Is she in good shape because she's a vegetarian? No. Are you saying this? Who are you saying this about? About Rosalie Muir? Michelle is yes, she is proper feisty. Yeah, she's from the north. I love the northern girls. A little bit of naughty is needed. Yeah, a little naughty too. Naughty too. As I get older, I need a little bit less naughty, but I could go with a little naughty as a laugh. Neeson is genuine. Yes, she is. She didn't lie about my carnivore diet. She just went full out and said, "You're a cannibal. You're a cannibal." So I respect her for that, right? Dawn Neeson is great, but everyone can have stupid ideas. Look at the shit that I'm saying here. Look at the shit that you were saying. Sophie Hill is a newsreader, is very pretty. Some of the newsreaders are real, and they're lovely people. They're lovely people. Sophia is really pretty, and what's her name? And Katie is pretty. And the guys are really good looking. They're all good looking. Agreed. It was bad enough when she was a talking head on Dan Wooten. I was thinking about becoming a fruitarian. Are you really serious about that? Because the answer is no. It doesn't have enough protein in it, being a fruitarian. No, 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 no. No, do not become a fruitarian, Ian. T from you says, I'm in good shape because I'm a tit. What does that mean? That you're a tit. You're a tit. Northern girls love you too, Lewis. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Carrie. I mean, yeah, thank you very much. What's your opinion on white people saying the N-word? Me, you're talking to me. I'm against it. There's no point in causing trouble. Don't cause trouble. I should get a job on GB News, Mark. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, it depends how much they pay you. They didn't pay me very much, and I just kept my silence because I was so surprised to get a job on TV. That showbiz, though, beauty and TV. You gotta look good. You could be thin as a vegetarian because you're focusing on what you're eating, but I don't think it's healthy. Michelle is from near me, Hull. I am out in the country, yeah. Hull is near where the train station is. What's the real name for Hull? Kingston upon Hull. Dawn is hardcore mainstream media. Well, remember, there are lots of people on the show who are not hardcore mainstream media, but a lot that are. You know, Kingston upon Hull. Thank you, Mr. Croxton. That's what it's called. There was a story recently about a chap. This is Maltese Phil saying this, and I love Maltese. A chap on a baby food diet. He almost had almost no protein in baby food. Probably that's true. But I mean, babies need a lot of energy. What I fed my kids was horrible food. I fed them, prepared food. I used to make food for them. Alan Williams went to Hull University. Hull, Kingston upon Hull. Always loved Hull girls. Well, there's not much to do up there, so they probably were a little ready for a good time. If you're from Hull, you don't say the H. Thank you very much. Hull? Is it Hull or Hull? Hull or Hull? Hull or Hull? Isn't there a ship that sank in the Hull Harbor that had millions and billions of pounds of gold? Is that still there? Surely it would have protein as the baby needs to grow and develop. Yeah, probably. But I'm telling you something. They're wrong about 52 viewers. They're wrong. They're wrong about protein. Sam, the newsreader, says some very funny jokes. He is very funny. Joey, is Joey brand new? You're in competition with Josh Howie on right now. I'm not. Sophia Wensler. She's also really, really nice. So, Joey, where are you from? How old are you? Are you fat? Let's find out. Is this you've been here before, Joey? Have you been here before? Hey, Joey, everyone say hello. Oh, no. It's snowed. It's snowed. Oh, no. It snowed. Would you feel Would you put babies on the would I put babies on the carnivore diet? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would put them directly from breast milk on the carnivore diet. I would chew the food with my own mouth and feed my babies that food. Yes, that's what I would do. I would hope the mother would do the exact same thing. And if the mother wouldn't do it, I'd lie to the mother and I'd do it secretly. I made my own baby food after I stopped breastfeeding. Yes, you should. But you shouldn't feed babies high sugar, high carb food. You feed them meat. That's what you feed them. You chew up the food, eggs and meat, and you let them eat that. Where do I stand on fish? I don't stand on fish because you could be very slippery. I might fall off of them, according to Rick O'Shea. Joey, hi, you're from Whitechapel originally. You tune on when I can. Thank you very much, Joe. Where do you live now? And how much do you weigh? And how tall are you? Okay. I like fish, but a lot of fish comes from horrible seas. Anything from the North Sea, anything from the Baltic Sea, they're just dirty fish. But I do eat often little salmon. Little salmon. I was a pescatarian in the Tlink. Only trustworthy food. Well, what do you mean? Because it wasn't cooked? It wasn't cooked, really? Who are you saying 100% right again? No rice. You don't feed your kid rice. You don't do that. I mean, who knows what I fed my kids? I fed them horrible, horrible food. I used to give them broccoli and sprinkle sugar on it so that they would get used to eating the broccoli. Salmon is delicious, according to Kinsey, yeah. My sister-in-law is a vegetarian and she looks like she has cancer. Yeah, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. You're from Romford, 7 feet. You're not 7 feet tall, 13. Okay, you're making a joke. I didn't mean to ask you these questions. Remind me, audience, never to ask somebody new these questions. It's a bit too personal. Okay, look at this. Vicky grew up in Bridlington, so I had a Hull accent. But isn't Bridlington a whatchamacallit? Isn't that neat closer to Newcastle? My English teacher told us we said toad as turd. There's a turd there. There's a turd. Yeah, it could be that. But isn't Bridlington, that's where, what's his name comes from? Noble. Ross Noble. Very funny. Fish is fish. Meat can be super processed dirt. And veg and salad was old. Fish is fish. No. You eat fresh fish. Go to Little. Little have a lovely spread of salmon. But I wouldn't buy... I don't buy the salmon you buy that's from a field, whatever. Prisoners can only get vegan food, apart from Lucy Connolly. Why do they feed them vegan food? Because they want their testosterone to go down. That's why they do that. So, are you really from Bridlington, Vicky? Armitage, Biddy. Bridlington sounds like a street you might buy in Monopoly. Could be. I'm talking. Well, I don't know. In America, remember, America has American streets, not British streets. I'm talking about in prison, by the way. Okay, you're 100% right about what to give babies at birth and what to give. Yeah, you have to give them red meat. Bridlington is not far from Hull. Newcastle is further up north. I thought Bridlington. Okay. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I don't know everything, everybody. Do I pretend like I know everything? I never found a salmon in a field. I must not be looking correctly. Who are you speaking to? You grew up there, though you were born in Leeds. Well, you grew up in Bridlington. How far away is Bridlington from Leeds? Is it about 50 miles, 40 miles? Hull was our nearest city, yes. Okay, I didn't know. I should start traveling back around the country. But ever since I'm doing this 19 days, am I going to, how many days am I going to do this? Hull was our nearest city, yes. I want to go to these places. I've been to Hull in the middle of the night, so I don't know. Okay, you should have a stream or a TV show for yourself. I saw some of your videos, laugh out loud. Is that true? Did you do some videos? Oh, yes, travel to Northern Ireland. Yeah, I've been to Northern Ireland. There's nothing wrong with eating meat or fish. Jesus was a meat eater. Well, at least I believe that. At least you know somebody who eats meat. I have the American version of Monopoly. I brought it on my first trip in 1992, 33 years ago. Well, I think it was invented in Monopoly. It was invented down there in Atlantic City, where there was like a beach resort, which got a bit run down, and now it's a lot nicer. I gave my babies lots of meat. We used to be beef farmers. Oh, I should have known you back then. Leanne, you don't have to ask me. I will discuss myself freely. Okay. I don't know where did that come from, Simon Arnold. Everybody join the Discord thing. Join Lewis Schaffer Discord page. Please subscribe to me, right? And please like this. And thank you for commenting.
There we go.
Jesus loves to eat meat. There's nothing in the Bible about being vegetarian. I like Dan Wooten. What does Dan Wooten eat meat? I wondered if you watched any of my vids, Crocs. Is that true? I didn't know you have. How about asking Lewis Schaffer to watch your vids, Vicky? Armitage. Biddy. Vids. Vicky. What is it called? Biddy Vids Vicky. Lewis, you need to share the Discord link on Twitter. Can't you Google the Discord thing? Can't you Google Lewis Schaffer and ask somebody if you can join? Can we do that? Why do I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Why you can't put a link in that? Okay. If the sound goes down, don't worry. Don't worry. Can I turn the audio down? All right, let me just say. The cog.
On the window capture.
Where is this? Where is the Discord? I can't find it, alright. Okay, am I back? Can you hear me, Columbus? I can't get to the Discord. I'll have to look for that. Discord link. DM the link to Lewis so he can send it. Yeah, DM the link to me or go on Twitter. Put it on Twitter and I'll put it on now. No, you need to be invited. You can't just go and ask for it. Oh my God, Lewis, you're being slow. Dan Wooten loves to eat meat. You know what? Let him eat meat. What am I supposed to say? I don't like Dan Wooten, so he can't eat meat? Let him eat meat. And the people who don't eat meat, a lot of them I like. Ringo Starr doesn't eat meat. I like him. I know a lot of vegetarians and vegans. I tell them they're making a mistake. If you have any irritations, it's because you're not eating meat. Hull, Bridlington, Scarborough, Whitby, Middlesbrough, then Newcastle. Oh, I see. I always thought that Newcastle, Bridlington, was north. From Cullercoats to Whitley Bay. Girl, you look so pretty to me. I'm not allowed to sing on the thing. I can't DM you. How about can you post it? Oh, you can't post it. Don't post it on Twitter. I'm afraid to go onto my screen. You might see what's on my screen. So you have to be asked to be invited. A few guys in here sent you the link on X, Lewis. Okay, let me see if I've got that. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Join in. Okay. Here's the problem, Columbus. The problem is I've got to go to YouTube to write a message in. I don't want to. I can't put it on here. Oh, here, chat. I don't want to. I can't put it on here. Oh, here, chat. I don't want to. I can't. Steve 496 is. I'm gonna go get some more water, everybody. I'm going just to get some more water. I did it. Okay. Because it's such a hot day. You want some water, Columbus? Get your glass of water. Okay. All right, welcome back, everybody. I heard Trump stopped eating greens, and they predicted he will live another 200 years. He stopped eating greens, but I've seen pictures of him at McDonald's. He loves McDonald's. It's not good. It's not good. And he's not good. I'm a dinosaur when it comes to technology. So Columbus is going to lose it. Sorry, Columbus. Yeah. So everybody go to the Discord and say nice things about me. Or be honest about me. You could do what you want to do. I'm not going to be in there because it's really weird. Lewis Schaffer's in his. No. Okay, go to the Discord link, Rick. Kinsey's loading it up. It's right there. Somebody make a copy of it. Okay. Does people need to be invited? Lewis, I've asked what is a Discord, and people are just laughing at me. Yeah, you got to be more. There you go. Vicky joined. Armitage, you joined. Okay, great. Does Columbus have any marriage prospects, Mr. Schaffer? When he's about 30, he will be a really great catch. So many have joined. That's really good. Right now, I would have to say no. He has no marriage prospects. But he will, because he's a very hard worker, and he can get it. He can work. He's not bad looking. I mean, not as good looking as his brother, but he's actually quite good looking. But he will. Is that right? Is it wrong for me to talk about you, Columbus? Do you want to marry my son, Columbus? You want to? Who wants to marry my son? No. The answer is no. A lot of you are too old. You're too old. He needs to marry a young girl and have kids, like a normal person. I wasn't normal. I only had 2 kids. I wish I had more. Or none. You know what? None. So Tool Productions. Are you interested in him? Are you interested in Columbus Tool Productions? I'm a dinosaur to Rick. I was in that show. Ladies, any Schaffers. Any takers for Lewis Schaffer? You're right. Columbus is too young. He's 24 years old. That is too young. You know, women need an older man because they can be very exhausting. Women. There you go. How old are you, Tool Productions? Columbus is too young for Kinsey. I don't think I used to when I was enjoy life a bit more. Columbus. Yeah, he's not an enjoyer of life. Is he kind, good looking, and very patient? He is kind. He is good looking. You can tell he's not super patient. I joined the Discord. We got 62 people. Are you 60? Oh, you're 62 years old. I've joined the Discord, Lewis. Whatever it is. Yeah, you've joined it. Okay, good. It's like a Facebook, but how is it? It's like a Facebook, but a separate page for. It's like a Facebook. I don't want to be a cougar. Why don't you want to be a cougar? You don't want to be good looking and older? You don't want to be, you know, if you're older, don't you want to be good looking? You know? Don't you want to be good looking? And it's more private. What does it mean it's more private? No one can see into it? He's highly intelligent, Lewis. Yes, women. But women don't like intelligence as much as you think that they do. Do women like intelligence, Columbus? Yeah. Kerry says he's highly intelligent. Thank you, Kerry. Thank you, Kerry. Can I have cliff notes on what I've missed this evening, according to Joodles? You could take a nap. You haven't missed anything because it's all the same thing. It's Lewis. It's potty training. It's me peeing into bottles by my bed. It's my son is not happy with me. If you're 62 and he's 24, are you looking for love or just spare parts? Yeah. Bedpans, cannibalism, peeing, pooing, you know the usual. Yeah, that's what we were discussing. Cannibalism. I'm against cannibalism. But if there's no food, you got to do what you got to do. Right? That's what you got to do. We got 53 people. That's so great. That is really, really, really great. I wouldn't mind having a bit of action at my age. I won't live much longer. Yeah. So go with who you can go with. Are you thin to a production? That's the most important thing. What do you want to do? What do we want to do to have more action? We've got to be as good looking as we can be. You know, especially like, look at this. I don't look as good as I could look. So I'm trying to lose weight as best as I can. Love every day like it's your last. Well, that's exhausting. That's exhausting. Okay? Apparently Bear Grylls would buy other people's piss to drink on journeys. Do we believe that? Do we think that that's good? It's probably not. It's not bad. It's not like poo, you know? But it's probably sanitary in a way, but it's still pee. Live every day like it's your last. Isn't that what you said? Yeah, so we've had a, you know, it's been quite good. The point is, what is the point I am making? What is the point we're making? Everybody drink some water. I think we don't need to drink too much water. But that's what we're saying. Okay, but we irritate him. Who do you irritate, Kerry P? Remember to hydrate, Mr. Schaffer. Yes. Even though I think, I said on the TV, water can be hydrating. And they thought I was making, dehydrating water. And it was like I was making a joke, and they were all laughing at me. Everyone was laughing. That's the essence of my comedy. Say something true, and people will laugh at you. They won't believe you. But sugar and salt dehydrate you, and sugar especially. You got to drink tons of water, but tap or bottled water. Unfortunately, I drink tap water. I shouldn't drink it. I'm defrosting a raw milk, a pint of raw milk in my refrigerator. Add some salt to the water to make it more hydrating. Yeah, it needs a little bit of something. You can't have your totally filtered. But I'm not quite sure about water. Not drinking my urine. It looks like tea before the milk. That means it shouldn't look like tea. That means there's blood, Simon. That's not good. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I've done. I mean, I used to be in such horrible condition. I had gout, arthritis. I couldn't move my shoulder. You know the story of Lewis Schaffer. Love raw milk. I bought 2 things of milk about 2 weeks ago, and I put one in the freezer. And then I drank an entire pint of milk in a day. It was, I don't know if it was that good, but you felt it was good. It wasn't cooked meat. It wasn't cooked milk. Warren Foster's in the house. Everybody, big round of applause for Warren Foster. Everybody, Warren Foster's here. He comes from Warsaw, Warren Foster. Do you know, Warren? Are you on the Discord page? I don't know what the Discord. So you can talk about this. So I can just hang up the thing. Discord is live. Oh yeah. Yeah, people will be saying, I can't believe Lewis said this. Or maybe maybe Columbus with an O, too. I think he's got a U in the middle. Columbus, what are you asking Kerry the Columbus? You want to date with an older woman, Columbus?
No, thank you.
No, you don't say that. That's not the right thing to say. How should you say that?
How tall are you and how fat are you?
How tall are you? My son wants to know how tall you are and how fat you are. Yeah, how tall and how fat you are. Yeah, and if you're not the right height, the right thing, he wants you to work on it. Prove that you love him. That's what I said to prove that you love me by being thin and beautiful. As my wives wanted me to prove that I was able to make money and that I wouldn't die on stage and that I was not an embarrassment. Not you, Warren Foster. I'm asking Kerry P. How old is whatever it is. You're not asking. You're not interested. The right answer is yes, but not now. Yes, but not now. There's always a time. Kinsey wants to know what the specific height is. Yes, Joey. What did... I got Joey. Opinion on Muslim marriage practices, Mr. Schaffer. I don't know that much about it, but they make more sense than Christian marriage practices, I'll tell you that. I actually, when I was getting a divorce from my wife, I went and checked out what Muhammad and what the Muslims say about marriage. So the answer is, people should get married, stay married, and not have any options. The problem with Lewis Schaffer is, I've got too much options. The problem with you ladies, you've got too much options. You think, I'll just have sex with somebody else if this guy's not making me happy. Life isn't fair. Life isn't fair. Is that a good answer? I don't know even if that's a good answer. You should. We should be. I mean, if you're a woman, you'd want to be stuck with a guy. If you're a man, you want to be stuck with a woman. You know, I always thought I would divorce my wife. She divorced me. Could I cope with 4 women? In what, a sexual way or like a business way? What is your opinion on just normal marriage? I'm against it. I'm in favor of normal marriage. I think men and women have to be married. Men, it helps our lives, and women, it makes you feel more secure. Okay, so I believe in marriage. I think. I mean, I've been married once. Maybe I'm a hypocrite. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Could always cope with 4 women. The problem with having 4 women is that you're banging 4 women, and there are 3 women with no husband. That's 3 unhappy women. Yeah, that's unhappy, and that's why one of the greatest things in the history of the world, the greatest thing, is monogamy. Monogamy is an amazing social contract. It's like being kosher. It makes one man for one woman. One man for one woman. Right? Do you agree with that? One man for one woman for one man. And I mean that. I don't know if I could practice that. I don't know if the women here could practice that. You know? We have now serial monogamy. Do we not have serial monogamy? Mr. Schaffer, when are you making a Patreon? I have a Patreon account. You are too poor to give Lewis Schaffer money, but I have a Patreon. It's Lewis Schaffer Patreon. Does anyone want to be stuck with anybody? No. But you know what? Being stuck with someone is a lot better than being in a very bad divorce. I've said this. Marriage is miserable. Marriage is miserable. Marriage is miserable. Okay? Marriage is miserable. But divorce, no, marriage is unhappy, but divorce is miserable. You don't want to be in a bad divorce. You're looking and sounding very chill tonight. Yeah, last night I was a bit because we've had a day. We went out to Putney, and we had a day out there, and it was very stressful to get out there. We spent an hour and a half on buses, so it was very stressful. And Columbus was very stressed, and I was making him stressed. Marriage is. I'm against polygamy. It just women are not quite as happy with the polygamous situation, and men think they're going to be happy, but they're not happy with that. And there are single men out there who have no wife, and they're unhappy, and they're not happy. And the women grow up, says, I'm the third wife of so-and-so, and they're not happy, basically. What do you think, people? I like being married. It feels like I have a purpose. I like being married, too. I like the idea. I was telling girls I was married. I like the 3 rings when it comes to marriage. Engagement ring, wedding ring, suffering. Yeah, there's a lot of unhappiness. What's Patreon? Patreon is where you can give money to Lewis Schaffer. You can give me a lot of money, and I'm not going to do anything for you. You can just say, I've just given Lewis Schaffer £5 a month, and the money comes to me. But I haven't done anything, and then people complain. Why? And I say right on the thing, I will not do anything for you. I will not. I mean, I'll be grateful if I might send you a calendar if you sign up for something. I might send you a calendar. I got a couple of calendars here. £6.50. You need the £3 option. Yes, Joodles, £3 option. I'm writing it down again. Patreon. But £3 options is £36 a year. Marriage in the Bible is different from the church and state. Marriage in the Bible, why is there a comma there? Is different from church and state. Yeah, you say, yes, calendar. Yes. Yeah, you say, I am married to you, and people meant it. Lewis's Patreon is the Jewish comedian version of Findom. What is Findom? Is the Jewish comedian version of Findom, Sam S. Make sure you write it down besides the other 2 times you've written it down. Very funny, Joodles, very funny. Yes, I've written it down. Because I've got these sheets of paper. I barely write it down. Very funny. Kinsey laughs at Joodles. She's very funny. She's Northern Irish, and they're very angry. So she got mad at me. Joodles got mad at me. Lucy got mad at me. So who knows where Lucy is? People got mad at me. I was 40, divorced after 13 years, went to Zante first night, and my lovely wife, a new wife, okay, must be, Joe, and we have been together for 25 years. On the 6th of July, you've been married 23 years. Well, what was the matter with your first wife? It's like my wife. Why did I divorce her? You know what I mean? What's changed is not that you met a better woman, is that you're a better person, Mark. That's what happened to me. You can do £5 for nothing and then a higher tier, £10 for a mention on GBN. I can't promise you stuff. People get upset. You didn't mention me. You said you're going to mention me. I'm not looking. I could use the money, obviously, because I'm not working, but whatever it is. Okay. It's on your ex profile to offer money. Did I say that? Offer me money. Yeah. I'm trying to be nice about it. So that's what Patreon is. It's Patron, but with an E in the middle. Okay. It's like spelled weird. But then didn't they have people who were on our team that they kicked off of Patreon? They found out that they had said something supposedly bad. So why should Patreon get my money? I don't know why they should. Simon. Okay. Leanne says, Simon, that was my that reply was for me. Yeah, because I think Leanne, didn't you want a calendar, Leanne? I only have like 4 calendars, and they're old calendars. Leanne calendar. Okay, thank you, Lewis. Obviously, the first wife thing, the first wife didn't think so. Yeah, same with me. My wife thought she could get better than me, and I thought I could get better than her. But I don't regret it. I do regret it. It's very bad. It's very bad. Don't divorce. Don't get a divorce. Are you on Cameo? No. Should I be on Cameo? What, you're going to call up and say, Lewis, can you wish me a happy birthday? If you give me money on Patreon, if you give me more than £5 a month, I will send you a calendar. The first 3 people, I will send a calendar. Patreon. Hi, Lewis. This is a Curious Bunny on my main channel. That's you. So you've got two channels, Curious Bunny. So Curious Bunny's here. We got 54 views. Very good. Let's see if we can get up to 60. Leanne, of just Lewis, but okay. This channel got 122 subscribers. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean you got to... Yes. What does it mean 22 subscribers? Lewis, will you ever stream video games with your son? I think that would be banging. You want to stream video games together, Columbus?
No.
My son says no. What does that mean, 122K subscribers? I understand that. But what is your main... What is that? Is that a channel, your personal channel? No, it's not a new one. It is not a new. I've got one more. It's not a new. This is my YouTube channel. Okay, so look for what is it called? Everyone look for her YouTube channel. Columbus is just afraid he'll get beaten. I don't think so. He's one of these top. Columbus goes to these matches and watch matches across the world. Well, he went to Denmark, and I took him to. Where did I take you to?
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
It was.
You should do a count.
Arena.
You should do a calendar from maybe 1977 before the world went to shit. It wasn't that great in 1997. We were quite afraid back then. But that's true. Laugh out loud. Search Penny Bunny. Curious Bunny has just under 20,000. But this is my main one. Okay, I'm writing it down, Penny Bunny. Penny Bunny. Penny Bunny. And that's a YouTube. Tomorrow, I'll wake up and I will try to do some research into this. Okay? You're very welcome to come on my show sometime. Where are you located? Or would we do it this way and you'd kind of like frame me in? I mean, I don't know. If you want me to. You're very welcome to come onto my show. Maybe you could challenge Ed Davey on FIFA. You mean Ed Davey, the Lib Dem guy? On FIFA. Is he on FIFA? Oh, he's trying to be like a fun guy. That guy is totally morally bankrupt. Ed, not. We're not talking... Tristan, don't mention anybody else's thing. We're losing people. Can I get you on my panel? What is a panel? What does that mean, a panel? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're asking us to do. You've got a thing. I'm learning about this whole... Do you know much about this, Tristan? You're very computer-oriented, aren't you? I told my friends, and they're all subscribing to you. I appreciate that. That's so nice of you. And I'm telling all my followers, please subscribe to Penny Bunny. I don't even know what it is, but subscribe to it. I'm addicted to GeoGuessr, a game where you have to pinpoint where you are on the Google Street View against someone else. Didn't we do that, Columbus? Didn't we do GeoGuessr?
Yeah.
That was really good fun. Was that good fun?
We did a version of GeoGuessr.
GeoGuessr. I was pretty good at that. Wasn't I good at that?
Yeah.
I was really good at that. And
I don't think we did GeoGuessr. I think we did the other one.
there's another one other than GeoGuessr. Is that free? Can I go in there for free?
We did EthnoGuessr.
Oh, yeah. EthnoGuessr, where you looked at people and you saw how black they were or not black.
It's not.
What is it? Yes, it is. They all look alike. EthnoGuessr. EthnoGuessr. I'm addicted to EthnoGuessr, a game. Okay. Penny Bunny, subbed. She subbed already. Don't forget Gallagher and Lyle homework. I don't need to. I saw it. It was such a bad song, that song. Nothing personal. It wasn't a great rockin' British song like the way we know it. Like the headliners panel. If I had any friends, I would definitely tell them to subscribe. Well, I'm your friend, Hugh. Tell me to subscribe. Tell me to subscribe. Kinsey, what are you laughing at, Kinsey? Can you say who you're laughing at? Because we don't know who you're laughing at. Ed Davey is not that great. Laugh out loud. Who are you laughing at, Kinsey? And you know anybody, you know who you're laughing at. So what have we missed? So the punctuation on the show has been better, though you, Jarrett, not that great. Okay, thanks, Crocs. And I used to do politics on this channel, but mostly animals now. Curious Bunny is deep dives and interview. So you're a somebody. Is that what you're saying? You're a somebody. Penny Bunny. Now, do I have to? Do you want to look for this for me? Would you look for me for this, Columbus? Penny Bunny.
What are you trying to do?
Is that the name of the page on YouTube? I'm gonna look too. Penny Bunny. Penny Bunny. Penny Bunny YouTube. Oh, there you are, pretty girl. Update from my subscribers. Is that you? Cheating on your husband. What is this? This is not an. Is this in order? Very pretty. Now let's just see what you're posting. Oh, you've got this too. You've got a lot of animals. You've got live stuff. Live. Members only. Oh, I see. So you only a members only thing.
You can put it up now.
How do you put it up?
Go into the window capture and then select that window.
Where's window? Oh, window capture. Oh, I'm not looking here. Let me just go. I'm just afraid what I'm doing here. Are you all looking at this stuff? Are you looking at this? They can't see.
Go into window capture.
Okay, hold on.
That's the scene. You
Hold
click
on.
the scene.
Hold on. Penny Bunny YouTube, okay? There you go. Can you see this? She's got 122,000.
No, they cannot see that.
They can't see that.
You
Huh?
have not selected the scene
Okay, I'm going to
on
collect
the left.
on the left from window capture. Video capture device,
Okay,
right?
there you go. So now you need to select the correct window by clicking the cog on window capture in the center one.
Okay. Is that here? It's not coming out.
It is coming. It will come. You need to find one of them.
And I'm trying to make the whole thing come out. It's not coming out. Here's this thing.
No, not here. Go back to the thing.
Okay. Video capture.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Here. I don't know what that is.
No, not that one. Back. Click off that. No. Not the video capture. The window capture. Click the window.
Where is this? Here.
Please stop being useless. There you go. Perfect. There you go.
Okay, would that be here?
Click the correct one.
Where's the correct one?
The top. The top. The
Here.
top. The top.
Okay. There you go. Can you see me? I missed a lot of people tweeting in here. Hey Phil Scorides, good to see you. What's happening? We can talk about that in a bit. We're having a little bit of a crisis here. We're trying to get Curious Penny or Penny Bunny. Regretted telling Lewis. Why is that? Because now I think you're hot. Why is that? These bunnies are everywhere. Don't regret it. Lewis Schaffer's all right. So Penny Bunny. This is Penny Bunny. So if you want to, I'm gonna whatchamacallit her. I'm gonna subscribe. Okay, how about that? And I'm gonna look at you later. Okay. What? Okay. Is that good, Alan? Is that good? Imagine trying to get Lewis to do your work for you. Yeah, I'm not that great at this. Stop being so useless. Bless. Tech can be hard. Yeah. Um, Lewis sees a pretty face. Stream collapses.
Lean
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Yeah. Stream collapses. Yeah. Well, why shouldn't it? Look at how hot I am. Look at how hot. Look at how. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. These bunnies are everywhere. They're breeding like. Yeah. So that's Penny Bunny. I should actually, because I make notes and then I don't look at them again. But it's good. It's good that you have 100. How did you get 125,000 people following you? That's a lot of people following you. That is a lot of people following you. And you're very, very. How. Where do you live, Penny Bunny? Where do you live, Curious Bunny? Do you remember in the movie with Hugh Grant, a very proper English Scandal? You remember that? Where he called his boyfriend Bunny. Lewis, I was effing loving you. No homo. I wish you were my dad. There you go. Okay. Well, ask my son if I'm a good dad. People get tired of even good dads. I wasn't a great dad. I was an okay dad. I wasn't a great dad. I was a very mental dad. I'm a very mental dad. I didn't do the right thing as a dad, but I'd be a good dad now, but I'm too old to be a dad. Well done, Lewis. I've still got a ZX Spectrum. That is a very old computer. I took my son to the museum. Remember we went to the museum and saw the old computers, Columbus? Wasn't that amazing? Amazing. God, with everything that's wrong with me, even I couldn't get a job with you. With you, yeah. I will DM you on X, Lewis, if that's okay. Yes, please. Why not? Yeah. 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 I mean, yeah. 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 Okay. No one is perfect. Okay, now we're going to go into the next stage of this show. Columbus will probably grunt, and Carnegie will say yes. Good but narcissistic dad, laugh out loud. I don't think Carnegie thinks I'm narcissistic. Does he think that, Columbus?
Yeah.
He thinks I'm narcissistic, like it's all about me. Does he think that? Okay. Which Craig, is that Craig 86? My friend Craig 86. Lewis, you've pulled. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, have I run out of steam? I think I've run out of steam. We got 49 viewers. I mean, I've enjoyed this show as much as I enjoy every. I just something's happened to me, and I don't know what to say. And if I don't know what to say, that's a bit weird, right?
You've been going for a while.
I've been going for 2.5 hours, Columbus. Right? He called you a narcissist on the stream the other day, then kissed your head and said goodbye. Yeah, I'll take that. Don't you want to be kissed on the head by your own son? It's really nice. My son Columbus doesn't do that anymore. He doesn't do that. He hugs me. He hugs me, but it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. That Craig isn't your Craig, by the way. Okay, you got a good Craig. You got a very, very good Craig. What else? What are we talking about now? I think I've hit a dead end. I never hit dead ends, but this is one of those shows. Yesterday, I was so exhausted, my head was like buzzing, and I just had to sit down for an hour. And then I went out and, and then did I go out? I don't think I went out. But, so I'm in Arnold has a channel. Yeah, well, we can promote ourselves. I'm not against that. I'm not greedy. Am I greedy? I'm a bit greedy. That's why I've got to work at being nice. You're big on family, and it's very endearing. Yeah. Yeah. Am I big on family, Columbus? Maybe. I'm not like big on family, like we're going to have a big party or it's Christmas, we got to invite your cousins over. I'm not big on that. But I am big on just, keeping an eye on these kids. They can be naughty. They can be bad kids. What about you, Leanne? Do you have a boyfriend? Anyway, don't answer that question. I'm not asking any of these questions because they come across as very creepy because I mean it in a creepy way. You are probably tired. Brain is shutting down. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Your stamina is increasing day by day. In a month, you'll be up to 4 hours. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the first time we did like 30 minutes, it was like, well, this is too much. That is true. And it's helping me do, in every aspect of my life, is doing something. I believe in that. I believe in doing something. And, is there an echo in the background, guys? Yeah. I mean, we've got to work hard. Lewis, this was great. Deal with Bunny in the DMs, maybe. I'll deal with her. I'm going to deal with her. Hey, Marianne. Leanne says hello. No echo? Okay, great. We got no echo. Okay. The food portion of the stream. Well, I think we've discussed that a lot. I think, are we getting better with our eating? Are we eating less? Are we realizing how hard it is to lose weight? How important it is to lose weight? How we shouldn't eat carbs? And if we don't eat... Hello, Chris King in the house. And if we don't eat carbs... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on Twitter, and I'm going to say to Twitter, we're still online, right?
No, because you're closing it.
Am I closing it? No.
Yeah.
Do I have to close? I don't want to...
If you put on Twitter you're still online, then for like the next hour, people are going to be checking in. Don't put that.
Don't put that.
Yeah, you're closing it. You should do a reminder at like 30 minutes when you're, not near the end. Like that's just...
Sam S., can you put some punctuation in that, please? Lewis, you were giving us high-quality stuff about pea glasses. They're basically peanut jars. Pea glasses by the bed. Then Penny Bunny turns up, and the content goes downhill. Yeah, I'm just looking at Penny here. I like to look at the people that I'm talking to. How much did you spend on your microphone? I think I bought it in CEX. I paid £75. Why, does the sound good, Mr. Croxton? You can ask us anything, and it's up to us whether we'll answer. Well, I do ask. Yes, it is, but I don't want to be like, oh, how old are you? Can you send me? I don't want to be that way. Lewis, this was great. Okay, right. Okay. Yeah. So Sam S., yes. She's distracted you. Yeah, kind of she did, but why can't I be distracted? Am I distracting you? Of course I'm distracted. I'm easily distracted. You people are look, I've done this 19 days in a row. I've never legitimately done anything like this or anything like anything 19 days in a row. You're hoping that the bunny was a rabbit. Yeah, she'd hop over here. She'd hop all the way down to Nunhead. Where are you living, Penny Bunny? What part of the country are you living? Yes, microphone is good. I started doing music production video, but the mic built into my laptop is absolute bobbins. Does that mean bad? I think this is a much better microphone. It's heavy. It's metal. Outside is metal. The problem is it's down low, and I want to get one of those that go like this, and I could move it close to my face. Okay. It's nice of me to help her. Yeah, well, Lucy isn't here. She's abandoned me. She thinks I'm a bad guy. It's nice of you to help her. Okay, bobbins or cotton, rotten. Okay, that's one of those, whatchamacallits, those East End things where rhyming slang.
Stop picking up the microphone and waving it around, okay? That's not how it works. It just makes
Why?
it sound worse.
Does it make it sound worse?
Yeah, just turn the knob. There's a knob on it.
What knob? To make it louder? No,
do not do it next to your face because it will definitely...
I'm enjoying holding it, Columbus. 50 is great. Thank you, Joe. Craig, television is dying. Yeah. Yeah. Well, how can you have television if you've got a million different people? Every single one of us can do what I'm doing just now. Every single one of us can watch somebody. Why would you want to watch any channel? Why would you want to watch the BBC? Especially if they're going to take your money and propagandize you and make you feel bad. I had a feeling it was Northern. What does it say? Did you answer the question? Did I ask the question? Where, Leanne, if you get more subscribers from helping, then that's good. If not, don't. Yeah. Or how do you know? How do you know if you get more from helping? Anyway, I agree. Helping her may help you in the long run. Pay it forward. Okay. I had a feeling it was Northern. Who's Northern? I love Mark and Lard back in the day. Who are these people, Mark and Lard? I don't know who these people are. Leanne, I don't even have a license. I have a TV for Netflix. Do you want to know something? I don't have a license either. I don't watch the BBC. I don't watch the BBC. I mean, are they going to say this is the BBC? How are they going to say this is the BBC? Is every new technology going to be the BBC? They pass a law? Horrible, horrible stuff. Shire Horses were one of the best bands I saw live. Brilliant and hilarious. The Shire Horses. I don't know where they're from. I never heard of them. I never heard them. Anyway, Joe Sanders. Columbus sounds like my son Ant. When he's talking to his dad, laugh out loud. It's all good. It's good. It's good. Chris King says Columbus sounds like my 18-year-old kids, eh? No help given easily. Love them. Yeah, no help given. Because you're supposed to help them. You know? They probably don't even realize that. They think, well, why am I helping him? It's the same thing with women. Women are very similar, you know? Columbus, okay. This is good viewing of Lewis. Is better than TV. Yeah. Well, it's better than TV. Yeah, TV is gone. It's Northern, Bob. It's Northern rhyming slang. I did not know that. Sorry about that. Mark and Lard is Mark Radcliffe and Mark Riley. As above, they are the Shire Horses and ex-Radio 1 and now Radio 6. Okay. Number one, I don't watch any of that stuff. Number two, I don't listen to Radio 6 anymore. But that's good to know. It's good to know. The Northern stuff is quite cool. I love Nick Dixon. What's the thought on everyone on the TV license? Yeah, what do you think about the TV? I mean, I can understand. I only stopped paying last year when I realized I wasn't using it, and I knew I could get away with it. Okay, my son's always playing computer games. Do you think it's a good thing, Lewis? I think there are some computer games which involve other people, which actually are not super bad. I mean, my son has met lots of people online, and he's spoken to people, and he speaks to his friends way more than I do. Why do I like this so much? Because I like speaking to people. If I was on computer games, I'd be super happy about it. Okay, so I like those kind of computer games. Do I like nerdy games where you're just sitting there, you know, it's just you? No. Like the one Grand Theft Auto, not that great. I love it. MGT Arena. What was in the MGT Arena? Airline Manager 4. Scrap the BBC. Yeah, scrap it. No, don't scrap it. Sell it. Sell it off and let someone else have to get the audience and not take any money from us. I fall asleep during the computer games. World of Tanks. Do you play that, Columbus? No, he doesn't play that World of Tanks. I'll give you a bit of research, Kerry P. Studies show modern surgeons are better with coordination due to computer games. I've heard that. I've heard that about all the American drone pilots, that they're way better. Yeah, they have to be. It's nice to interact with lots of different people at the same time without having to get dressed. Stop saying that, Leanne. Stop saying that. Please send me a picture, but make sure it's dressed. Helps with dexterity, according to Croxton. Yeah. I don't have a license. Don't need one. Waiting for a second visit. Had all the letters. Just don't speak with them when they call. They don't like calling at places where they can't get money. Yeah, they probably have a list of places, and they find out that Steve 496 is not going to give them any money. They don't want to go there. I mean, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for the state. The state wants to be in power. Right? Does the state not want to be in power? So what is... Okay, Paul Morris is an old friend of mine. No license from me at the moment. BBC Sounds, which is a thing, has a lot of my time. Plus Radio 4 had a great show called Off the Page. Yeah, well, I actually I've been in I think I was in on a few Off the Pages with what's his name? Oh my God, my memory is so bad. It seems like I don't care about these people. What's his name? Look for the big book over there. But yes, off the page, yes. Yes, I do know it, Paul. Question time is great, as well as have I got news for you. Happy to pay it. You're not happy to pay it, Tristan. You're not. Anyway, of course it's got. You know how much they got a $5 billion budget and they can't come up with one show that you like? Of course they can. That doesn't mean I pick on the vulnerable. They pick on the vulnerable. That's what the BBC does. But they come up with good shows. There's always been good shows. I remember when Sears Roebuck went back. Matthew Paris, exactly right. You can Google Lewis Schaffer and Matthew Paris and hear me reading from stuff years and years ago. Bring back Whose Line Is It Anyway? Would you do that, Lewis? I could see, it's been told to, no, those shows, because they're edited shows, they make people try to seem funny and they're not funny. I like to be on a show where I could say everything, and when you're listening to me, you're thinking, holy cow, did Lewis Schaffer really just say that? And I really did. Stop listening to Radmack on 6 nowadays. You stopped. McConaughey has become too political. Yeah. Oh, wow. Is Wimbledon starting right now? Or is that tomorrow? Or are they starting right now as a way to get people to watch the show? Okay, yeah. Ludbrights, Mark and Lard were great. Okay. Bacon of the Dark Side says, I do think, did Lewis really just say that at least twice a minute? Yeah, I don't want them to think, oh, it's been edited and they edit this stuff out. Call My Bluff was great TV. I've never even heard of it. Oh My God was one of my favorite shows for my youth. What is that? What is Oh My God? Leanne, Oh My God was my favorite shows. YouTube is the new media and is where it's at. Yeah, it is the new media. Well, it is media. It's new. Yes, Leanne. Hugh Edwards being one of them. What was said about Hugh Edwards? Hugh Edwards. Is Hugh Edwards on my channel? Is he on my channel, Columbus? Joe Sanders being a soap queen. EastEnders, no judgment though. Race Across the World. Are we listening to all the great programs? Yeah, I guarantee you they would have been made by somebody else if the BBC didn't make them. They would have been made by somebody else. But you're paying £174. And my friend, beautiful Tristan, is paying £174. That's a fortune. A fortune to, but you believe in that team world. Team world. Wilty is Wilty. That's not, what does that mean? What does Wilty mean? It means what does it mean again? Okay. I can live without the BBC, says Kinsey. Yeah, you can. TikTok can be very funny. Yeah, they want to control us. They want to control us with Team World. Okay. Whose line is it anyway? That's Wilty. Sorry, Wilty. Great show from my youth. Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. But, it's funny. It's like what's his name? Gary Lineker being an idiot. But you should allowed to be an idiot. If it's the private business, it should be allowed to and have an idiot on. But because it's the BBC, he can't even be an idiot. Canal Boat Diaries is my favorite program. Do you know Joel Saunders? Joel Saunders. You know Joel from Canal Boat Diary. Kerry P. It's a friend of mine. I just saw Bill Burr, Lewis Schaffer, not gay, that fucking guy. Turned Greenwich around. Good work, Mr. Schaffer. I was working really hard because I really enjoyed it because I was out every single day, working for 6-7 hours every single day. You know? Every single day. We don't know if he had kids. We don't know that. Would I lie to you? That's another show. No, I don't know who he is. I think he's been on that. Oh, is that Channel 4? That's on Channel 4, Canal Boat Diaries, or something like that. Kerry P. That's Joel Sanders. He's amazing. He is properly amazing. So apart from the shows I just said, could actually live without the BBC. You know what? You could live without the BBC, even with those shows. Somebody would come up with new shows. The BBC wasn't morally good at the time. They were taking taxpayers' money filled with. Oh my God, I'm so bad. He had pictures of kids. Oh yeah, maybe he did. Okay, Leanne, him and many others. John Lydon tried to tell us decades ago. John Lydon had as much information as you have or I have. He was just saying it. Wilty is excellent, according to Mr. Croxton. Obviously, Bob Mortimer's stories. The BBC created Jimmy Savile. When you have one channel, you can make anybody a star. Look what's happening in America with with ABC and CBS and NBC and the lies that they tell. Why do they tell lies? Because they could and they can and they think they still can and now they can't. Right wingers think it's left wing. Left wingers think it's right wing. Therefore, they're probably got the balance right. That's totally a lie. That sounded a bit extreme, Tristan. No. It's not that they're left wing. They represent people getting along together. They're not patriotic enough. The king of this country is not a right winger. He's a left wing. He's left wing. Team World is left wing. And if the BBC advertising, they wouldn't need charity. Just look at most channels, Lewis. They are making a living just being commercial. Yeah, why can't the BBC make their own money? Because it's not good anymore, and it's got 1 billion bloated people. Oh my God, I'm so negative. They're gonna cut this out and say, Lewis, you're so unlikable. Did you see the new detention center in Florida, Lewis? No, but I saw the Louis Theroux thing, which was good. Did you see the Louis Theroux? No. The detention center? What detention center? Lud says, I have not watched or paid. I think, isn't it P-A-I-D? I don't know how you say it. Yeah, maybe right. How do you spell paid? Is it P-A-Y-E-D? For the BBC in 20 years, I saw a bit of EastEnders at a travel lodge last month. Exactly the same as it was when it was Den and Angie. It was bleak back then. It's still bleak now. It's very bleak. The king should be sorting Starmer out. Yes, that's exactly true. But he's worried about people in Australia and in New Zealand and all the countries that Britain. We should say, I'm the king of England first. I'm sorry, I'm a bit busy. I'll come when you want me to be your king, and which is the king of independent countries. I'll be your king. That's what I think. I think if corporation can do things, they will. What does that mean? What does that mean, Joe Sanders? I think if corporations can do things, they will. Louis Theroux is great. He was great with that show. But he, thinking of, what's his name? Jimmy Savile. He basically thought, maybe he didn't think anything. If everyone thinks they're rubbish, maybe they're just rubbish. If everybody thinks the BBC is rubbish, maybe they're rubbish. Is that what you're saying, Alan Williams? Paid, P-A-I-D. That's the correct way of spelling it. Well, thank you very much. Did you Google the correct spelling? The king was never up to the job. You know what? He is up to the job because he's not up for the job that he has to be, which he's the king of this country first. Someone has to be king of Britain and Northern Ireland and Wales, and someone has to be king of this place. And then, you know what? He shouldn't be king of any country that wants to join the Commonwealth. Can you see just from the prize money on the BBC compared to ET? $1,000 for Pointless and $100,000 for Chase. Adverts are perfect for revenue. Yeah, I've noticed that. It's a bit pathetic. But it's not just about the money. Theroux is great across the board. I like the Paul Daniels one. Yeah, I saw that when I was here. I thought that was great. I like the one where he did the pedos. I really like that, and the one I like that. Theroux was great. Okay, Steve, I wouldn't want to be fair, Savile. I wouldn't want to be fair. Savile was always a creep. Yeah, he was a creep. Really, he was a creep. I mean, having sex with, really creepy. Creepy. Maybe I'm a creep too. Maybe I'm a creep. Do I sound like a creep? I'm hitting on all the girls here. Look at the girls that I've been hitting on, and then ignoring you, and then hitting on some whatever. EastEnders have the same actors, all old and disgusting like me, playing younger selves. Yeah, Jim Johnson, welcome back, Jim. Listening in my car heading to Dallas. Keep hammering. Yeah, Jim Johnson, we got an American listening. That's really amazing. You can listen on your radio. Okay, thank you, Jim. Warren Foster, did the BBC hound you when you stopped paying? Are you asking me this question? They're still hounding me. I mean, it's only been like a year and a half. But yeah, they send me a thing every month. They're saying you have to pay. But they're not saying it directly that I have to pay, but they're saying they have to pay. Ali G was great. Ali G. Louis Theroux was like a non-bombastic Ali G. I mean, that's one thing that British people can do. They can be very cheeky. I like that. Thoreau has bottle. He will interview anyone despite how cringe it is. Yeah, really great. I think he is great. What's up? My son Columbus, my son Carnegie comes in.
Are you still
Come
on
in.
the...
I'm still in. Come sit down.
You're
Come
a
here.
hustler, Dad. You're
We're
a
not hustling. How are we hustling?
You're hustling.
How is this hustling? I'm not hustling. Look
This is
who's
a complete
look
hustle.
who's here. Look at the beautiful boy that's here.
Hello.
Can you see? Move over. You're underneath
Shut
this
the...
thing. Look, move over. Just come
I,
towards
they
me.
can... Oh, Dad, we've had this...
No,
we've
they
had-
want to be able to look at
They
you. I
can
tell them that.
literally see me.
We're talking about TV shows that are good. Hey, Carnegie, bro.
You are worthy.
We are not worthy of your good looks. Yeah. No way. It's Carnegie. Who is Bacon? Who is Bacon? Do you know Bacon is one of Columbus's friends.
Which bacon?
Which Bacon is this, Columbus?
Wait, Nathan.
Nathan.
I have no clue.
How tall are you? How tall are you, Carnegie?
6'1.5".
6'1.5". Everybody would say
I'm
6.
compensating.
Okay, there's only one Bacon. How you're 6'1", and how old are you?
I'm 22.
22 years old. Rock hard. Rock hard. I don't know. I can't. Well, because you eat meat. You eat a lot of meat.
Not really.
Not really, but didn't you used to eat raw meat like for a couple of years there?
Yeah, just for a couple.
Why did you eat raw meat?
Because, I mean, it has health benefits, no?
Yes, it says. Okay. You listen to me. Hey, Alan Williams. Hi, Carnegie.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Wow, Leanne. Wow, still a babe. He's only 22. He's only 22. He's not like his brother. You should eat meat. It's good for your teeth. You have really good teeth. No, not like that. Look at this. Like that. Yeah, he's got good teeth. Look at my teeth. It's got. I mean,
Isn't that what like the ancient Greek or Romans did? They didn't have to brush their teeth.
Yes,
because they didn't have any sugars in it.
They didn't have sugars. Well, who?
Well.
Yeah. What do you mean? Wow.
No.
6'1" is great, Kinsey. So, it's Kinsey. My name is Nathan. All right. No one cares about you. We're talking about my son. Mac76. Welcome to the show, Mac. You're a bit late, but we're hanging out here. My son just walked in. He came into the thing.
How do you average like 40 to 50 each time? That is.
It is. And I told him we were breaking up, so we lost about 10. We lost about 10. We have the same number. He looks like Nicholas Holt. You know who he is.
Someone said that, yeah.
Can you just go? All I'm asking you is go over there. Move over this way.
How can I move? You're in the.
No,
You're in the way. Move over.
Okay.
Has Columbus been on?
No, he refuses to go on. Move your chair.
Let me move in.
Move your chair. There you go. There you go. Just a little bit more. Come towards me. Come towards me. Come towards me. There
I'm
you go.
coming. That is literally. They can literally see me.
He's too young. Thank you, Kinsey. Kinsey
Never
is right. Leanne,
too young.
yes,
Never too young.
Never too young. Would you go out with an older girl?
Yeah.
I would say stay away from that.
Well, how old is too old?
How old is too old for you? 62, would you think so?
Oh, 62 is ripe
40,
age.
yes,
Ripe age.
Ripe age. Yeah, basically, you cross Nicholas Holt with Vinnie Jones, and you get Carnegie. You know who Vinnie Jones is?
No idea.
Ex-football player, right? Or was he in a band? Supporting your dad is epic. Yeah,
I wouldn't say I'm supporting.
He's not supporting. He just.
Wait, what's his name? Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones. So.
Vinnie Jones. Are you serious?
Mac 76. You're not late, Mac. Thanks for coming. How old are you? And how tall are you? How tall are you? Basically,
You're saying I look like this, motherfucker.
But it was Vinnie Jones.
You're taking
Yeah.
the piss. You know, I'll
Nicholas
take it at
Holt.
this
Who
point.
is Nicholas Holt? Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Nicholas Holt. Someone said that the other day.
Yeah, Nicholas Holt. Yeah, he said that maybe it's the same guy. Eddie Murphy. What about Eddie Murphy? You look like Eddie Murphy.
Why do they keep saying that?
Well, he cut his hair really short, and I think you look.
Oh, is that what they're saying?
Yeah, I think you look better with a slightly longer hair. You should enjoy it. You're not bald anymore. I remember when
Feel it, Dad. Feel it. It feels nice.
Yeah, feels like a rug. I remember when you were a kid,
Yeah.
and I would, because you were shorter, obviously you're tiny, and I would look at you. You had a birthmark on the top of your head.
Isn't that not the crown?
This on the crown of your head, whatever. You had a small little whatever it is freckle. You had a freckle, not even a birthmark. You had a freckle.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and I thought to myself, if you ever, because I saw that movie, what's the movie? Empire of the Sun, where the kid basically gets kidnapped, and he's a British kid, and he gets kidnapped in an American prisoner of war camp in China when the Japanese had taken over. And I thought, if ever you were lost, I'd
Wait,
recognize you.
wait. Vinnie Jones with Gaza.
He certainly got your personality, Lou. Do you have my personality? Do you think you do? Do people say that about you?
I'm my own being, Dad.
You're his own being. He doesn't want to admit that. But Columbus says that you're like a mini. Your personality is similar to mine.
No, I don't want that.
He doesn't want that.
I
Is
don't
that
want
true,
that.
Columbus? Is Carnegie's personality similar to mine?
Vinnie Jones with Gaza.
With Gaza, we don't talk about Israel on this
No,
podcast. Is that the one?
He's
It's
grabbing
hard
his
to see.
balls.
Is that what he did? Was it love? Did
It
he
has to
grab-
be love.
It has to be love. It has
Must
to
be
be love.
love.
It must be
love. Love. Da-da. Dad, do you love me?
Oh, I do love you.
You hardly ever say it.
Well, not anymore. I don't say. I used to say it all the time. You remember?
'Cause you actually did love me.
Because I actually did. But then you went a bit rancid
Yeah,
during
no,
the COVID years.
You went a bit rancid as well.
We all went rancid. I do love you. I love you. Do I love you more than your brother?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Don't say that.
I'm the prodigal child.
Yeah,
Columbus
basically.
is just fat.
No, Columbus.
Columbus,
is,
come on. Come on. Stop being a pussy. Come on.
Look, I've been fucking with
Stop
him.
being a pussy.
I've been with
Come
Dad.
on.
Shut the fuck up.
Come on.
I've been
Come
with
Can we
Dad
not scream?
all day, and I've just been listening to his like constant.
He doesn't
scream
say it
of
enough.
retardation, and it's. I can't.
That is a retard, to be
I actually
Yeah.
can't. I need.
I know.
You're doing your best, Dad.
I'm trying my best to do this thing. He says you're a cross between Eddie Murphy and Denzel Washington. Yeah, kind of. You got some good looks there.
He's chatting.
Chatting there. So Mac, how old are you? How tall are you? And
Your weight.
and your weight. How old are you? How tall are you?
And your bank details
Bank
and
details.
the 3-digit number at the back.
Shh, I'm trying to convince them I'm a good guy. Carnegie, your dad said earlier that he doesn't say it enough.
No, he doesn't.
That I love you. Yeah, I do. I said it all the time.
I
did
know you
not?
love me in your own way.
I love you. I do love.
We hardly
The
ever
thing
hug.
is, remember, we don't have to hug. We're guys.
We do have
We're
to hug.
guys. Okay, get hugs and kisses. You grew up without a father. That's what this is all about. That's why. Here's the point. The point is your brother.
point.
Your brother
The
was like
point.
more reliable. Okay.
He
You're
was. He
you're
was.
9'8" tall, and you're
Okay.
103. Loving the family dynamics. Yeah. It is different. You got Columbus yelling at me relentlessly. So it's nice. Do we have a good? Am I good? We were very close for a long time, and then you moved in, and then, and then the COVID went downhill. My sons are lovely. They are really lovely.
I try my best.
Yeah.
I try my best.
They're lovely. Yeah. I mean, if you,
I am lovely. I'm like
You are lovely.
I'm like today's age of Jesus Christ.
You are good. You went through a couple of bad years, the COVID,
All right.
as I did, as I was in a really bad way, which is
Everyone was fucked up from this.
Don't cursing, no cursing. Very close, and then you moved in. And then I got to know you better. I got
Yeah,
to
because
know you better.
I only saw you on like the weekends.
No, you didn't. You saw me. I tried
Well,
to pick him up
basically-
every single day, and then every single day. So it wasn't enough time, and it wasn't in a place I made where I could make him meals. But
The meals you did make me like
Yeah,
beef. Like,
beef.
That flat beef burger. Carnegie can't be yours, Lewis Schaffer, as he
What is
has
it?
hooty legs and yours are bold. You used to have
I used to have hairy legs.
I get my hair from my mom.
No, you don't. Yeah, from her face. No. Coots bank account number 17. Is that him? Is he going to make some money? I don't know. What do you do with yourself, Carnegie? Study your work.
I'm working in a cafe at the moment,
Yeah.
and it's
It's not. It's good.
good.
People
Yeah, money,
really like
money.
you. But people really like you there.
Yeah, well, everyone loves me. I'm
And
a very.
you know what? I'm
likeable-
walking down the street. Normally, Lewis Schaffer's the famous one.
Oh yeah, back in the day,
Yeah.
every time I used to walk down the street, everyone would just say, "Hey,
Would say hello.
Lewis."
Yes. And you were walking down the street and everybody's saying hello to you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if I'm in a cafe or in a workplace, I like to leave an imprint.
No.
Hey, so you live one life, you might as well just fuck about.
Well, also, when is your birthday? You're a Capra. No. When is your? What? It was a funny joke. It was a joke. She isn't that
It's
way. She's a-
misogynistic.
It
Dad.
was. It
How
wasn't
fucking
misogynistic.
dare you?
It was a
You
joke.
should be ashamed of yourself.
I should be ashamed. Your mother's a beautiful woman, but she's got a new one. Which cafe?
Wait,
Are you going? You're going to get stalked by Schaefer at Cougars.
You can
We're not
stalk me
saying-
all you like. I
No,
love the
no,
cougar. I love
no,
the cougar.
No, the Cougars can be fine, but you don't want a million people stalking them. Good on you.
million, there's 40
Working makes
people
you
here.
appreciate things, and it's great for social skills. Well, you've always had relatively good social skills, but I think your social skills are getting far better now. Would you say?
Yeah, no, they are.
I'm walking down the street in Nunhead. We're running into but Carnegie is talking to strangers. I go into a park. He's talking to some woman, an older cougary woman.
Yeah.
An
Oh,
older
that
cougar.
one.
And then there was another woman by the other bus stop. What was that? You were talking to.
Yeah. She
I
comes
mean, it
in
was
with her
not.
dog.
Yeah. Best place to meet various types of people. It is good.
Yeah.
Carnegie, you're funnier too. Both my children are funnier, but I don't listen.
Columbus
to
is funny looking.
funny looking, yeah. But I don't listen to them be funny.
Columbus, come say hi.
He doesn't.
Why
want-
not?
No, he
I
doesn't.
don't want to fucking be on camera.
Oh, on
doesn't want-
camera. I don't want to be on camera.
Yeah,
I will
imitating-
not have my son on camera.
I was imitating him before.
Were
speaking
you?
like this. Yeah, I was imitating. Most of us men and a few women, actually just men. Your dad is a gay icon.
He is, and he's a woman.
And a woman and a man.
We're very
a woman
proud
and
of
a
our gay
man.
dad.
Thank you. Don't do that. It's just showing the ugliness here. Thank you.
You're not ugly. You're beautiful just the way you are.
Good on you. Working makes you appreciate things. Kinsey says it was very funny. Thank you very much, Kinsey. She liked that. Best place to
I'm in
meet.
tears
Yeah.
and breathless with laughter. Thanks, Simon Arnold.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. But we got to. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people to form bonds with each other, to live together, and to be loved. Evening, Lewis Carnegie, and Jay Mills. Are you from New Jersey? No. And everybody else from over the border in Bonnie, Scotland. Yay!
Scotland.
Yay! Thanks for
Half
coming
Scottish.
in. Thanks for coming in. We're almost out of time. We'll spend another 5 minutes on the air, and then. But thank you very much. We're over the border, and because that area is. I remember that area was really beautiful over there, Galashiels, and what's the area right over the border? I took the train there. There's the new train line down. I don't know whether it's to Galashiels, but there's the new train line from Edinburgh. You're promoting Bunny and killing your show. Promote your boys. Yeah, now you're gonna watch me. Hi, hi, NJ from Kimru. Kimru, where's? Don't do that. Don't do that.
We're Americans, no?
Americans, yeah. Where is Kimru? Kimru, where is Kimru?
Kimru.
What is Kimru?
I don't fucking Wales.
Wales. You should know that, you
I
guys.
don't care.
You're not interested in those kind of things. Galashiels. You know
Yeah, Dad, you're doing well. 3 hours, 2 days in a row.
Yeah, that's really amazing.
But you can just talk.
Why can I just talk?
You can just talk and talk and talk.
Yeah, but so can you too. You just gotta talk. That's what
Yeah,
you gotta
mine's
do.
different talk.
Do you know what? When you go out there and just talk to people, I used to think, yeah, Galashiels. Let's see. Where is what's down there? Melrose. I've been to Melrose, in Galashiels and Selkirk. And I've
Wait,
been.
zoom
I was
all the way
with
out, zoom all
Rose
the way
and Hawk.
That's his underage girlfriend,
Yeah, she's not underage. She's legally viable.
supposedly.
She's lovely and legally viable.
I wouldn't say.
No, she's lovely.
He's
But I
like
think
big.
there's a new train from Edinburgh to Galashiels.
We're very lucky you're not working, as we get lots of Schaffer time.
Schaffer time? Is that-
Schaffer, I used to say Schaffer as like a joke, but it's
know.
just like imprinted Schaefer.
Okay,
It's
3
not
hours and 15 minutes yesterday. So let's try to go 3 hours and 16 minutes today. Let's try to do that. I mean, I never want to hang up. That's the problem. And I don't want to hang up. And I don't want to say goodbye to people because my mother left me and went to a mental hospital. I will never leave you. I might leave you, and you'll have to come after me. We're very lucky. Okay.
Shafter.
Shafter, yeah, taking advantage of people. But
What have you been talking about?
what have we been talking about? We were talking about as the usual stuff. Punctuation,
Punctuation.
geo guessing. Have you know what that is?
What's geo? Oh, geo. Where
That's
you like look at the
a picture and you
place
say,
yeah,
"Where
yeah.
is that?"
That is very fun to do.
That is fun. I should do that more.
I did that
often.
with races with Columbus.
We were talking about and that's the one with races. Like, how racist are you? Remember, we don't say goodbye. What is TTF?
What's TTF?
Thanks for the memory. Now, what does TTFN mean? Well, we'll have to look that up.
Talk to
the hand that feeds you. No. TTFN meaning.
Tata for now. Tata.
Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta. It's very Englishy. Your brother is so English.
He is very English.
But don't they call you posh, your friends? Do you
I
sound
can use a
posh?
posh voice sometimes.
But do you have a...
No,
You
I
don't-
do not have a posh voice. How
Yeah,
dare
yeah,
you?
right, exactly.
My son.
I do. The mother would say, I do not want my children...
Mention
At-
poo time again. Poo time.
Yeah, but I was talking about peeing. Definitely
okay.
posh. Are you posh?
I would.
If somebody said to you, you're a posh TW, whatever it is.
It depends on who knows me, who I'm talking to.
Do I think you're posh?
No.
No. No, you're in the middle. But Mark Kermode. I don't think you're posh, but you're not. I mean, you could be considered poor. Your mother was constantly complaining about having no money, and your father had no money.
Wagwan.
had no
Wagwan,
money.
yeah.
TTFN is wartime radio comedy program on W2. Thank you, Max76. What town do you live in? Just aboard the board. Theo Van de Spiegel. Is that your friend, Columbus?
is. Just well spoken. Thank
What is
you.
what is WAG one? What does that mean?
Wagwan. It's Jamaican.
Jamaican,
It's
yeah.
like saying what's up.
Um,
Wagwan, rude boy. Sorry.
Chris King, just well spoken, mate. Yeah, and you went to that horrible school, and you're well spoken. You're well spoken.
went to that
Columbus
school.
was hanging out with the people who could read. You were hanging out with the bad ones. We hanging out with the bad ones.
Oh, retarded ones.
Yeah, we can't use that word, Carnegie.
We can.
Well, we're very
we
sorry
can.
for the
freedom
people
of
listening.
speech.
Not
Yes.
in this country.
Yes,
and not
every
on
country.
YouTube. No, you can't.
That means they're winning. Dad.
No,
they're
are
winning.
I know, but they are winning. I don't want to be taken off the air. Wagwan Rugbo. So it's that. You know, you've had friends.
Say it, Dad. Say it. But say it in Jamaican. In the Jamaican.
Wagwan Rude boy. I don't know. I can't do it.
Wagwan, rude boy.
How many? But aren't going anywhere. Okay, so where we left out? Well spoken. He's a well spoken boy. He's a good boy, and you could go very far in life. I think you could. Do you know why you could go far in life?
Why?
Because you go out. You're
Because
about.
I go out and about.
I'm
I
out and
hardly
about.
go out.
Well, you're going to go out again. You went out a lot, and you're going to go out a lot again. There isn't freedom of speech in Britain,
Wagwan
and this
bread.
is not even British rules. This is horrible
Warren
COVID rules.
Foster, Wagwan bread bin. He's taking the piss.
He's taking the piss. Was and go. What is was and go? One.
Give us some wisdom, Dad.
I'm giving you wisdom. I'm saying why you'll be successful. The most important thing in this world is going out and talking to people. The fact that I'm talking to these people, the fact that people are going to be talking to me is really important. Say bacon in Jamaican without
Bacon.
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 Bacon, yeah, bacon.
Me love bacon.
Yeah. Without
Me never,
setting
me never.
like bread bin, bacon.
Bacon.
Bread bin.
Bacon.
Me never, bear can. Were there any Jamaicans from your school or no?
Yeah.
There
Loads.
wasn't.
Too many.
There wasn't. But that's the most important thing. If you stay away from the drugs, don't do any drugs.
No drugs.
No drugs. I mean, I hate to say no drinking. I think you should stay away from drinking. I mean, you can have a drink.
Drinking's sort of healthy.
I had 3 Pims.
Pims.
Pims. You know what a Pims is?
Pills? No.
Pims.
No.
Then he's not posh. Pims is what they serve at Wimbledon. What is the drink made
I'm not
out of?
posh.
You're
I
not
sound posh. I can
You're
sound
not
posh.
posh. And your father was an American. Right? So
Yeah, I'm
you're
equally not posh.
You're not
Definitely posh.
But Pims, I don't even know. What is Pims made out of? Anybody out there want to say what Pims is made out of? I have 3 of
Alcohol.
them today. No, it becomes alcohol. White Lewis. It's that man again. Was on the radio show, I think. TTFN was a catchphrase. I don't know. What is Pims? Pims is posh. I'm a Scouser and I can't sound posh or push. In Jamaican accent, bacon and beer can. I have to have some bacon. Sounds
You're so slow. You're so slow.
Well, lots of words sound exact. Like an American, marry, and merry. Like, I'm going to marry.
Does that go under pronunciation?
Yeah, pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation. Punctuation is the marks in between.
Oh, yeah.
Pronunciation.
You drilled me on that.
But what is Pims made out of, Steve? Can you look that up? I don't want to look it up. I want to stay here and talk to my son.
What is Pims
Made out of? How do you say route or root?
Pims #1 cup, the most popular Pims, is a gin-based spirit infused with a secret blend of herbal botanicals, caramelized
botanicals.
orange, and spices according to the Great Wine Company and Grapevine Wine Services. It's a British aperitif. Aperitif. I've never heard that word.
Yeah.
A British aperitif known for its refreshing and versatile nature, often enjoyed with lemonade and fresh fruit. Did you have a lemonade and fresh fruit?
Yeah, we had lemonade, and I ate the lemon. Yeah. So basically, what is gin? What do you think gin is? Because I'm not putting you on a spot. But gin basically is flavored alcohol. It's like vodka that's flavored becomes gin.
Vodka.
Vodka. It's not quite vodka, but it's not because it's not made out of potato. It's grain alcohol that they add stuff to, and then it has that flavor. They add juniper berries.
All I know is Guinness. I'm a Guinness man.
I like Guinness too.
Oh, Guinness.
Guinness is very good.
Oh,
but
so
don't
good.
overdo it and just, have
I
one
don't
drink.
overdo it.
Well, you did overdo it the other day, but generally you don't. Gin is from
I got
juniper
shit
berries,
faced.
but it's basically flavored alcohol. That's all it is.
Everything's flavored alcohol.
It's and you know what?
I don't like gin. Gin's disgusting. It makes me regurgitate.
Yeah, I'm more up for it. Gin is a botanical, and so is Pimm's. It's a botanical. Right, very good. So these people know. These are all people that we've been speaking to a lot. These people are online constantly. Yes, gin is nasty.
What does everyone do for a living?
I
In
don't
here?
ask the question.
I am. I want to ask the
Because
question.
you know how embarrassing it is. That you had to sit there and say, "Oh my God, how do I answer this?"
What do you mean? How do I answer? It's a job. Like, relax. Just
Right.
just
no,
just
because
don't
that- Here's the problem. If
It's
you
not
ask them-
that. Who cares? Who
because
cares?
if you ask them what their job is, then I have to write it down or remember
you
it.
don't need to remember.
I do.
It.
I have to pretend like I'm interested.
All right, you don't need to
makes-
say
you
your
can.
job.
I'm sorry. I'm not telling you what to do, Carnegie.
No, they're not going to. They're not going to.
Yeah.
They're not going
I make rhubarb gin, the only gin I like. You got to be careful with rhubarb.
Roundabout
It's-
designer. Is that like roundabouts in streets?
What does that
I like
mean?
roundabouts.
Oh, you're a roundabout designer.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well, we're against all roads. I'm against roads. Sorry, Mark. I'm against all roads.
Why are you against roads?
Drinking is great drugs for a loser. Yeah, we're against the drugs. It is great drugs, but it'll kill you, and it'll kill you. We listen to Lewis. Yeah, listen to me. I mean, alcohol.
Because you have it all
occasionally.
figured out.
Well, haven't I? Haven't I figured it out? Am I much healthier now than I was a few years? Yes, answer the question.
Yeah, because you used to have like.
every disease possible. Do you remember
You
that?
don't have every disease.
I had a lot of diseases.
I'm a proofreader.
Carrie
copy.
P is a stripper. Is a stripper. What kind of paint
proofreader,
stripper?
copy editor.
Are you
and
really a
making
stripper?
electronic
Send
music.
me a picture, but make
And
sure
I
you
develop
upload it.
games. That's pretty sick.
That's Mr. Croxton. Yeah. Remember, people sound great. I tell people.
Croxton.
Well,
Croxton.
That's the street he grew
That's
up
Mr.
on.
Croxton.
Here is the thing about me. I could tell people I'm a comedian, and every girl would think, "Oh, you're Jimmy Carr." Ooh, they think there's money, right? Is there money? No.
In Jimmy Carr.
So that's why.
I made a joke of Jimmy Carr's, and you said he stole it from you.
Well, so what?
It's the one about.
He didn't steal it from me. I hate Jimmy Carr. No, we like Jimmy Carr. You're a Sparky. What is a Sparky, Columbus? Carnegie.
Columbus.
Well, you mispronounced my last name. What is a Sparky, Columbus? What is a Sparky?
I'm a
Carnegie?
Sparky. What's
is a Sparky?
A Sparky?
Don't look it up.
How am I gonna know?
You're gonna know a Sparky is an electrician,
Oh.
or it could be an electrician on a film set, right? I bloomin' hate Jimmy Carr too, and you know your comedy, Vicky. That's Vicky. She comes and sees me with her doctor husband. She's
Does
really
she?
lovely, and the doctor husband. He's always like telling me.
Shout out to Vicky. Shout out
to Vicky up in Leeds, and her. Are you married or just hanging out together? Because you're such a nice couple. And her husband Craig demands that says, "Oh, you got to take the blood pressure pills," and he's not a complete.
All on my own shitty
A
little
chippy is a
mobile
chip.
games,
Yeah.
not AAA that Columbus plays like.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so you know Columbus?
Do you know Mr. Croxton, Columbus?
Sparks Electric's Chippy Carpenter.
What do you want to hear? Let's see what else.
Keith Richards is healthier than most
Joe
of
Sanders
us.
says, "Time out. Thinking about writing, as your dad knows. We'll get started soon." Laugh out loud. Yeah, just get started. That's what I say to you. Just get started. Make sure do you have extra time in the day to work? How many days a week are you working?
Time. I got time.
Yeah, so let's find another job.
Jimmy Carr's been on Rogan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? When?
Jimmy Carr is an amazing person. You know what it is? When you see famous people,
Yeah.
they're always hardworking.
Oh.
Jimmy Carr is super hardworking. I could name all the comedians that I know who are famous, and they're really hardworking. And Jimmy Carr is amazing.
I used to be a kleptomaniac. What's a kleptomaniac?
He's someone who just steals things.
Really?
That's a kleptomaniac.
Now you're
stealing
taking something
things.
for it.
Now I'm taking.
No,
something
keep stealing.
For it now.
Keep
now I'm
stealing.
taking for it something. It's a joke. He's making a joke.
Ah.
He's like taking.
Yeah,
something.
yeah. The double
Yeah,
entendre.
double entendre. It's good. Yeah, Jimmy Carr was on Rogan. Was on Rogan. Look, I'm talking to you people for 3 hours. You know, maybe anyway. I knew him. I met him. I didn't meet him, but I saw him. He went into the.
You saw him.
He went into the not the Boston Comedy Cellar.
You
in
knew
New
Dave
York.
Chappelle.
And I knew Dave Chappelle. Yeah, and I knew them all back in the day, before they were super famous, but they were still somewhat famous. Bill Hicks all the way. British people love Bill Hicks. Jimmy Carr is smashing USA. The Rogan is about a year ago, and he is super hardworking, and he loves to help others into stand-up. He is an icon. Yeah, he's very hardworking. He's very
Carr, everyone.
hardworking.
Jimmy Carr.
Well, yeah, go round of applause for people who are hardworking. That's what. There are lots of English people who are hardworking, but you don't hear about the English people. Do you hear the English people?
It's too hot, Dad.
Yeah, it's too hot. So don't put this up. Fold this up, and we'll do the thing.
Actually, can't take this heat anymore.
It is pretty hot. His laugh is terribly creepy.
It is pretty creepy. He looks like a doll. He looks like.
Yeah. And he's. Yeah.
No offense to him.
Yeah.
No offense.
Well, is my laugh creepy? All right. I guess that's our show. We got 45 people. We've been on for 2 hours and 12 minutes. I'll show you how to fold the flag.
Oh, I know how to fold it.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
There's a certain American way of how to fold the flag.
Oh, who cares?
I care. We're Americans.
We're not.
He's very rich. Yeah, he's very rich. You know, it's amazing. You don't know how Howard Stern is. He's a guy on the radio in America. He bought a house for $53 million. He bought a house for 50. Yeah, I did say that.
Dollars.
We
You've been
need
here
more
for like
laughter.
20 years.
I've been here for 20
And you
years.
still have an American accent. You have
I
that
think-
whiny American, like, hey
Yeah.
man.
Yes, what, I should sound like your mother? Who should I sound like?
Oh, I don't know. So, just be yourself, Dad. That's all you need to do.
3 hours and 10 minutes. Right, I've been here long. A very precious way to fold the... There's a way of folding the flag that Americans fold it. I'll show you how they do it. Because it becomes in a triangle where you can see the stars.
Wait.
The stars of the thing.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing? That's...
This is Dad when he was... Dad was a looker as well. Look at that. Oh, no, not really, actually.
Look at that nose. It was like just too
Such
massive.
a Jew nose.
Supposedly David Coopersmith blocked it. David Coopersmith blocked it. Okay.
All right.
Carnegie wilting under the studio lights. Well, we have they're not really hot lights.
Under the pressure.
The window isn't open. Be yourself. Jimmy Carr is pure Irish. He decided to speak like he does. He's not pure Irish. He was born in Britain, like he does. And also to do comedy at age 25. Just gave up his advertising job at Shell and went for it. Well, we all give up something to do something.
Is it
Every
put the
comedian.
flag in a triangle?
Yeah. Is to put it in a triangle. You do it the long way, and then you do
Nice
it
to see you
one
too,
triangle.
Mr. Croxon.
Yeah. Nice to see you. Carnegie says, nice to see you. Always
See
a
ya.
pleasure. Take care, you three and the rest of the chatters out there.
You
Better
love that.
na-
You just love talking to people.
I just love talking to people. Do I really?
You're so funny.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
I love talking to people. Plus, he went to Cambridge. Yeah. He was super bright. Did he go to Cambridge? You know who else went to Cambridge?
Who?
Oh, that's Oxford. Andrew
Columbus.
Doyle.
Andrew Doyle went there.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean you're smart. That doesn't make you smart.
At a certain level, you have to be smart.
No.
You have to be intellectual to
No,
get there.
no. You fool people. It's about... I'm not saying he fooled anybody. But, like, after a while, you can act really, really smart. That's all I'm saying to you. Look at your brother. There's still 44. Are we going to stay in there even though it's still 44?
Should we stay? Should we do an all-nighter?
Should we
then?
stay? Should we do an all-nighter?
20,
What's the fucking thing?
24.
Why should we
Columbus,
don't curse?
why-
Can we not curse?
3 hours. It's too long. Come on.
But they're still here.
There will always be people to watch. Does that mean you should stream for 40 fucking hours straight?
Yeah, we have to give the people what they want. Give
And
them
they
what
want Lewis Schaffer.
Andrew Doyle has DPHI. What does that mean? Right.
DP
DeFil. I think.
Defill. What's defill? Domestic? No.
Domestic profligacy. I don't know. What does it mean, Max 76?
Nice to see you, Max 76.
Nice to see you. A
PhD.
PhD in Ox. He has a PhD.
A DPH.
Yeah, PhD at Oxbridge. Yeah.
Oh, DPhil.
He's hardworking. There's smart people there. But I had a friend of mine who went there. I'm not going to mention the name of the person. But
Dad, you can do what you want in this
She
life.
was like dropping out. And
DPhil is a doctor of philosophy degree. Philosophy is like...
Philosophy just means the great brains.
The great brains. Columbus is such a different vibe to you. It's so fucking...
Yeah, he has a very different vibe.
He's
to
not.
you.
He's not. He's the same vibe. He's so shy at the moment.
He's not shy, but he has that's
Columbus,
vibe.
why don't you... Columbus.
Please, just leave me alone. I'm actually not in a good mood.
I'm not in a good mood and I still came on.
Yeah.
I was in a terrible mood and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm coming on.
Can we not
So
curse?
can we not curse?
Can
Come
we
on.
not curse?
The children
Can
at
you not-
home. The
Yes,
children.
I don't care about the children.
Think about the children. Leave
I don't-
Columbus alone.
First of
All right,
all,
I'll leave him.
I don't sound like that, can you? I don't sound like that.
leave Columbus alone.
Leave him alone. Okay. Shall we leave? My granddad used to take his tie off when he wanted us to leave. And it was subtle, but we knew what he meant by doing it. He was going to fucking... Okay, leave Columbus alone. Being well-educated doesn't make you smart. Just look at our politicians. They don't have a clue of what they're doing, right? You can be smart. If you go to some of those schools...
Am I smart, Dad?
I think you're intelligent, yes.
Intelligent? I'm
you-
smart.
Yeah, you sound like the guy. You sound like Fredo. Fredo.
Who's Fredo?
And that's why you're not. You sound like Fredo in Apocalypse Now. Not Apocalypse Now. In The Godfather. Remember The Godfather?
Forget about it.
Yeah. He says.
I'm walking over.
No,
you.
that's the other one.
Oh.
I'm walking here.
That's the
No,
president.
that's
He says I'm smart.
Wait, Columbus, you're
And
not
then-
part. You're not part of.
And then his brother kills him for betraying the family.
Yeah. He says I'm smart. It should be me who's running the family. I should be treated with more respect.
Frodo.
Frodo. Yeah. We
Columbus,
still love you, Columbus.
but
And
just
I love Columbus
say
too.
Hi. Just say a quick like.
No, you don't make somebody go on the TV.
You force them.
No, you don't. You don't. And then they run for the rest of their lives. You remember? You didn't see the Beatles Get Back, and they showed.
You're so old.
No, this was.
Wait,
done-
when they
this
get
was-
back together.
Yeah, no, they were getting back. 1969, it was made, but it was.
Dad, you're ancient.
It wasn't the. It was,
How old are you?
The
68?
film was released 5 years ago or 4 years ago, and there was Mick Jagger's girlfriend, Linda Eastman, had her daughter there, and she was constantly sucking. She was in the picture all the time, and then she never became in the picture.
Wait. You know
Yeah,
we can if
Vicky
we
says,
if we
yeah,
just
force
like
him.
if we just like take this off and like poke it around.
Oh my God! What?
Don't do that.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. If you do that,
We
that's-
got a
we're
peer
not doing it.
pressure, our little one over there. We got a peer pressure.
No, Doyle has a doctorate in early Renaissance poetry. Yeah. Are you going to get a PhD, Columbus?
Here's how good Dad is as a father. We used to go back in the day to the Thames River, and
Yeah.
we used to just explore, and we'd find like bones.
Yeah.
We'd find
We had to take
we
away.
found horse teeth.
Yeah, that's not a horse.
I mean, I
tooth.
think this is from Morley's. But
That's not a horse tooth.
no, that's not a horse tooth. Oh, like look how cool this fucking thing. Sorry,
What is that?
that yeah.
Is that a tooth?
That's the horse tooth.
That could be a tooth. Yeah. We found it there. That was
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Amazing. Or it could be human. No, it's a good one. They were good times.
Like look at this bone. They used to
His
they
dad-
when the
his dad. Yeah. That's
back
funny,
in the
not
day-
Stick Nick.
back in the day. Here's a fact. When in
I'm a dinosaur. He's saying. Yeah. So.
Jurassic Schaffer.
Because I'm a dinosaur. Yeah.
Little
These are the bones.
little
The bones.
dinosaur. Back in the day, I
Yeah.
think this is true. I don't know where I heard it. I think I heard it from Dad or some shies. But
Yeah.
when like the horses got like hurt their leg or like they couldn't run anymore, they would just chuck them into the Thames, right? Would they?
To kill them?
No, just Well,
No,
maybe.
no,
Or when they're
no.
already dead. No.
Because they would be turned into food.
Did
Horse
they
meat,
eat
people-
food back
yeah,
in the day?
No, they ate horse meat, and the French still like horse meat.
Horse meat isn't that uncommon. A Russian
Yeah,
girl,
right.
a Russian girl at my not Russian. That would actually should be disrespected if I said that. A Ukrainian girl at my workplace. No, a Ukrainian girl that
Yeah.
I used to know through a friend of a friend.
Yeah,
Just had horse meat on her.
yeah. Well, you could. Yeah, people don't eat it here because they go.
I was
horse
I
meat."
was surprised.
When you were young,
Horse meat equals French
When you were young,
and Iceland.
They put horse meat instead of regular beef in Tesco's.
Is that so
lasagna.
bad?
People got really upset about it. Do you remember that? They eat in France. They eat horse meat, according to Kinsey.
Yeah, they eat snails in France. I actually had sea snail.
And then they go to the glue factory. I don't know how they make glue, but they used to get sent to the glue factory. You know,
This is so fun. Why do you have to go? You know?
Yeah, why do I have to go?
This is actually really fun.
I mean, we've been talking. How long have I been talking? We're talking for 3 hours and 21 minutes.
Tesco's,
yeah. They you know, they
If
didn't
push
know,
comes to
and no one knew.
shove,
Well,
if push comes to
Chevaux, I think means horse meat.
but shove.
It's a joke.
Yeah, that's
No,
actually
it's
quite
a
funny.
joke.
Yeah, no, but
It's
if
got the
push comes,
shove, yeah.
Chevaux.
You are smart. The things about you don't
I
know.
like this.
You don't know like how to say aperitif. But there are lots of stupid people who know all those words, and they're just dumb. Okay?
Yeah, maybe.
And then what makes you good is you say, I don't know how to pronounce that. Hey, Lee G, welcome on the show. Is you know? You
Go
don't-
on.
Yeah. Guan Schaefer's is like, that's the thing. The key to being intelligent is saying what you don't know. Who's the one? You know what you don't know what you know what you don't know. And what's the other saying?
I mean, it's what you used to do. If you didn't know something, you just look it up.
You look it up.
That's what you. Like,
Well, that's what Lewis Schaffer does. Do I
Yeah,
not do that?
I
Do
do
say,
that
"Let's look up-"
sometimes as
Yes,
well.
as we all should. And after a while, you'd look up everything.
aperitif.
Yeah. My dad took me on a nature trails when we were abroad. We ended on one trail in Bulgaria 35 years ago being chased by a very angry and very large boar.
Well,
Very
something like
scary.
that happened. We were in a mud shoot farm in London.
And we got hit by the thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I was on your shoulders, or
Yes.
Columbus. I was on Dad's
Or you were
shoulders.
outside and he came
I was
up.
on the side, or I was on the shoulders,
Yeah.
and Columbus was on the shoulders or on the side. And we're walking through this open field that has a
cow.
cow in it.
Yeah.
We
A little
just we
too
thought,
close.
yeah, a little too close. And what happened? Did it shove us?
It went up to us with the thing and with his head and bumped into me. And I was holding. If he had done you, it could have killed you.
Everyone is smart. That's true. I mean,
No.
some people are
Yeah.
so dumb.
No, you know what? You're right. Everyone is smart, but people,
In their own way.
some people are stupid intentionally. Anybody who believes in climate change, they're not stupid, but they've made a decision not to believe in climate change.
But don't you believe in climate change in the sense that you wanted to save the trees?
No,
Or
because that
is
was
that-
man cutting down trees. It
I
was
heard
man.
that. I heard that more trees are being. Or was that from the show yesterday?
Couldn't
More
forget.
trees are being planted.
Yeah. No, there's more
I don't
trees
believe-
growing because there's more CO2 in the air, and the trees breathe in CO2. We as humans breathe in oxygen, and we expel CO2. Trees breathe in CO2, carbon dioxide, and they expel
Yeah.
they expel oxygen.
That's why trees are so
So that-
beneficial
Yeah.
for this.
No. Yeah.
What do you mean? No, you literally chained yourself to a tree.
Yes. No. I
to
chained
a
myself to the
digger.
digger. Is that trees are important. They're really good, but they're good. They're good, but they're not going to. Anyway, warmer weather in Northern Ireland, they don't mind. Yeah, we
Science
need warmer
lesson,
weather.
yeah. Dad's always talking to me about science and stuff.
Is that true?
You're like a mad
Is
scientist.
that true? Melons and almonds grew in Britain medieval era. Yeah, why not have them come back? You know, wine. Why not have wine? And then it'll get cold again, and then we'll do something else.
Yeah,
Trees-
but using 100% is just using no percentage, because then they would just like not understand you, and then it would just be
Yeah,
a
this
bit
is
awkward.
Croxton. Croxton's very funny. Bellamy was sacked from the BBC for saying that. What? That climate change is a bunch of pooey? You know? But you're listening to me. You don't have to agree with me, and you can say I don't agree with you.
Bellamy was
Bellamy.
sacked.
Bellamy.
Don't laugh at me.
That's what I mean. Bellamy.
It's
That's the, you pronounced it properly if you didn't know. Do you remember that guy?
Bellamy.
Do you remember that guy where the teacher goes into the class, he's a replacement teacher, and he says, I'm looking for A.A. Ron. Where is A.A. Ron? And he goes, The guy raises his hand, says, Aaron.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
know,
And then
he mispronounces
Yeah, all
everybody's
the-
names. It was funny. Pickle Lewis. Pickle Lewis. Anyway, so C. Carnegie, better comedian. Yeah, he could be he could be a really great comedian.
I just don't know how to make jokes. Like
Nobody
proper.
knows.
No.
You have to be doing
I can
this.
make jokes. I can, but it's like to go like to actually like go and intentionally be funny.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you even like? Where do you even start?
You start here. You've said funny things here, right?
Thank
and
you.
then you get used to talking in front of people. You are funny,
Yeah.
Carnegie. Yeah, he is funny. Not in Unhead Cemetery. You're fighting in Camberwell Old and Camberwell New Cemetery.
Calcio, Calcio. I know.
Bellamy
Calcio.
agreed that trees were the lungs of the planet, but he was also challenging the idea behind climate change and pollution. Yes, you are your dad's son for sure. Yeah, I mean the other one's also very similar in a ways.
Yeah,
you know?
he's like you have two sides, and I got one side, and he got the other.
You got the social outside. Columbus got the idea of reading in books and reading the New York Times.
I can read.
barely read, but you did read that thing. That was quite good.
Yeah.
That was quite good.
Reading an excerpt
You're a natural with the audience. The Carnegie versus who's the natural?
versus.
You're very natural. Carnegie,
Thank
yeah,
you.
he is. He's on TV right now. It's very good. I'm like
Reaction-
you,
yeah.
Carnegie. Reactionary wit. Yeah. Well, all comedy, you have to react to something.
I want to
No,
do the
but-
comedy where you just talk to the audience, like
You
say,
have to-
"Hey, how you doing?" Wait,
Yeah,
you-
that's what I did. That's what I thought I could do. You can't do that, Carnegie.
No, I can do that.
No,
you
you
can't.
can't. You
I can do it.
No.
Because when I talk to people, like they just start
but-
laughing.
Yeah,
Maybe because I'm.
but
just,
because you've said similar things similarly in the past, or maybe because you're mental, basically.
maybe.
Is when trees cool the earth down. We like trees. We like trees.
Thank
we
you,
don't
Steve.
want them cutting trees down. Carnegie seems very natural and relaxed, and he's polite. You're polite. If I have anything to do with you, it's because you're a polite boy.
No,
Yes, it is.
no, I had to build that on my own.
No, you didn't. Every time
No, no.
you would say thank you, and I would say thank you for saying thank you, and you would say thank you. Am I right, Carnegie?
Do you want to do it now?
I would say
Thank
listen,
you.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for saying thank you for me coming on the show.
No. If I said to you, I
Okay.
said to you, you're really great on the show, you'd say thank you.
Thank you.
And I would go, thank you for saying thank you back to me.
And thank you for saying thank you for my thanks.
Yes, exactly. And that's how you learn to say thank you.
No,
Leanne
I'm just a good person in general.
Leanne, how 22, is that too old for my Carnegie?
Exactly.
I think I've seen a picture of her, I think.
How old? Wait, where is she? Wait, what?
You can do a routine about your dad. Yeah, you can say, my dad's on TV, but he's not famous on TV. You say something like
Hey
that.
everyone, my dad is a nut job. Guess
Yeah.
what he did? This
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yes, exactly. Well, you'd have to say it. It's like when I started comedy, I just thought, because people would be like you, Carnegie, they would laugh at this stuff that I was saying. And I just thought all I do is go on stage and I would talk.
Do you remember your first time you went on stage?
Yes, I do.
And what did you say?
I'm not going to say. It was
Oh
really-
no,
I don't
say
remember
it, say
what I
it.
said.
Are you? How can you?
The Rolls family in Bermondsey had trees planted throughout. Throughout what? Throughout Bermondsey? Jimmy Carr, when he first started, had got a book of idioms and made jokes out of them. That was a good starting point, in my opinion, if not a little hard. Yeah, you got to start somewhere. Yeah, I'll tell you how to start comedy. You got to go on stage. You go on stage.
You got to do the hard
You have a
part.
list of 100 things that made your friends laugh, whatever your friends are, right? 100 things to make them laugh. And some of them are not funny, and you say them.
I saw your list of
What?
when we were packing away Dad's stuff because which he's trying to move out.
Yeah. I didn't say that.
Oh, sorry. I saw like he had like
When nothing's being packed.
he had like flashcards of
Yeah,
like
millions of
jokes.
flashcards. Yeah, but
Some were funny, some
that
were
was in
just
the early
atrocious.
days. But I'm saying even before you go on stage, you write down the different thoughts that you have, different thoughts.
Oh, not my thoughts.
And then you'll find that the funny bit is not the jokes that you wrote down, because those are things you tell your friends. Of course, they might laugh at those things, but your friends aren't there, so the audience doesn't know that your friend is really ugly, and you're making a joke about how ugly he is. But it's the stuff in between.
Have a nice smoke.
There you go. Kinsey at 44. Let's just say goodbye, everybody. We're definitely saying goodbye.
No.
We are. We'll see.
No,
You'll do it
no,
tomorrow.
no.
We'll come in tomorrow.
This
Okay.
is so fun.
There we go. Round of applause. Say goodbye to my friend Carnegie. My friend.
My friend,
Carnegie.
are we friends?
Thank you, Columbus, for the help. Columbus, big help.
Everyone, rounds of applause for Columbus.
Thank you, 4459, all the people who watched this thing. It got off to a rocky start, but it ended up really good. I thought it was really good. Slumbert, really great. Really great, Slumbert.
It was a
Craig,
rocky...
Simon, Mac.
See you tomorrow.
Kinsey, Armitage, my friend Vicky, Mr. Croxton, Leanne, you're a natural, Carnegie, Joe Sanders, Calciomania, thank you very much for coming in there.
Calcio's one
Thank
of
you.
Columbus'
Kerry
friends, I
P.,
think.
you've been an amazing this show. It's been awesome, Kinsey. Thank you very much.
Been awesome.
Go.
Don't forget the Discord.
Don't forget the Discord.
What's that? What
What's
does that mean? Carnegie, tell them about it. Don't forget the Discord.
Yeah.
Discord, wait, explain.
The Discord, no. The Discord is like, are you familiar with the Discord?
I know what Discord is.
There's a site. They set up a site. They set up a site on Discord. They set up a site on Discord.
For you?
For people to talk to themselves, because they're all friends, and I want them to all be friends with each other.
Oh, that's
and help
lovely.
their own careers and be all successful and say,
Oh,
yeah,
look at you, Dad. You're bringing all the worlds together.
now you're overacting.
All
You're
right,
overacting.
sorry.
Bye, Joe Sanders. Mark's half Armenian.
Is this like the
Yeah.
end of like theater show where you're just like clapping for,
Yes, too
for
much.
like
And you want to
5
get on.
minutes?
You want to get on stage, but you can't. You can't. Well, I went to see your play that you were in. I went to all the
What
plays.
play?
That one you did in Lewisham or whatever that is, Lewisham University,
Bromley.
Lewisham College,
Bromley.
Lewisham College. You went on a trip or
Thank
something.
you.
Thank you very much. Great show. Okay,
All right,
needs
we're
a
going.
word.
Say your
Okay.
last things. We're going in.
so I'm going to be on
20. Wait, we're going in 20 seconds.
Okay, 20 seconds. I'm just going to put on live stream. So the stream is over. This is the end of the stream. You can talk for a couple of minutes, for about 5 minutes. I love you. Bye bye.